そうだ、味方だぜ。
Hello and welcome everyone to D6, where I, Arshian, bring together several friends from across the internet to play on a D&D livestream show. As always, I like to start the stream off by thanking our wonderful patrons over on Patreon who continue to support me, the show, and everything that we do. If you guys want to go ahead, check out the Patreon. There is always a link down below on the stream, and you guys can click it, see what I have to offer, and everything helps as we go along during these times. And then also, if you guys have not been able to catch up on any of the past D6 episodes, we release them on YouTube every Saturday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, first thing in the morning, and you guys can catch up on what you probably had missed, or if you want to just watch the VODs, you're more than welcome to. All right, so that being said, announcements. Wise from your graves, my friends. Wise from your graves. Yeah. So,
fuck off, I want to stay here.
No, get out of the hole. Get out of the hole.
No.
I'm in my dark place, leave me alone.
No,
I don't like
change. I'm throwing the flashlight down.
Oh, that's the reason why he's late. He's in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Apparently half the people here are in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Even myself included.
And Zito.
Yeah. So, I like...
Oh boy, chain lightning, here we go!
It's gonna be a thunderous night.
Time, here we go.
It's gonna be a thunderous night. Okay.
Minus
so,
2. Move on, next bit.
Alright, thank you, Zito.
Wow, that's a shit then.
Okay.
Minus 2.
So, I do have one major announcement, and that is I have posted a video on D6 on the actual YouTube channel where I did some DM talking, where I was talking about the revolution of D&D miniatures and the how 3D printing has now become so important to this game in specific, because I 3D printed a thing for tonight, which if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know exactly what it is. Or if you were here last week, you would know exactly what it is. So that's fun. Anyways, if you guys want to go ahead and check out that video, links down below to the D6 channel, where you could also watch all of our former VODs, which are uploaded, and also the audio is significantly better because I do a whole bunch of stuff to it. And that's pretty much it for me. Hello, bro.
I thought it was
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
I can't. Anyways, hey, how's it going? I got nothing really new to announce. I was going to stream last week, but shit kind of fucking happened, and it was kind of stressful, so hopefully, like, I can do a few more this week over at twitch.tv/BooRadley13. And I got nothing else going on other than work, so Bracky, what's up?
Hi, I'm Bracky, aka Brachysoid. I play River, the Halfling Fighter. As for streams, you can find me at twitch.tv/Brachysoid or on Twitter at Brachysoid, where I doodle art every now and then and do the video games. Sadly, my Persona streams are over. Can no longer do Persona games because Atlas is a bitch, and I don't want to risk it.
Oh, big words from tiny, small halfling girl.
Give no shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlas's marketing kind of is shoddy about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Let Persona die. SMT5 when?
No.
Thank you.
So, no more Persona 5 streams. I'm going to be playing on my own, but I'm going to be doing some art streams and maybe find something else to finish, which XCOM Chimera Squad that was left in the shelf after I purchased Persona. So maybe it's going to be...
Tornado warning.
Okay.
Oh no.
In the area till 8:30 p.m.
Okay.
Oh no. Go to shelter then. Should we pause? We should obviously pause.
I'm not exactly sure. Usually, like these warnings are like very far. And
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened.
We'll see if I die tonight.
Yeah. If he gets
It says
on
until
screen-
8:30. That's 30 minutes from now.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guess I'll just thanks everyone. Was a great stream and a great fucking life. I'm outie.
15 minutes.
It just says severe storms for me. I'm looking at the forecasts.
We'll have to.
I'm outie. I'm going to the heavens as I get raised up by the tornado.
I'm going to heaven.
Keep posing right to heaven.
Take that, Jesus. Okay. Caitlin or Bracky, were you done with your announcement?
I think that's. I don't know if he was caught up, but that's it.
Yeah.
No, we heard you.
Okay. Caitlin, you start. I'm gonna go get hydrated and also slightly prepared for death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, hey, Dry.
Hi, Dry.
I live!
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I paint a lot. Commissions are closed, but they should be opening pretty soon. So if you want any information on that, go to my Twitter. And then if you want to watch me work on the commissions, catch me on Twitch. That's it for me. Mal,
It's dry.
you're usually next.
I am.
You are next, yes.
Yeah.
Right. You can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/Sir_Malervik. I do a variety of games there and stream infrequently if you're into that. So that's it for me.
Alright, look, you all know who the fuck I am. I'm in like 6 other fucking places. I am on twitch.tv/Zito most of the time. I'm on the Unexpectables and all that hot nonsense. You can also find my Patreon work at the Everanged Almanac, where I remembered that I have homebrew to actually get done. So, one of the races that I made on DM's Guild, like, very early on, like the Malu, which are the playable slug people, yeah, that book's getting a redux. It's actually 100% all written out as we speak. It just requires the artwork to get it finished, so that should be out relatively soon.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Oh, you and like fucking 7 other people. Don't worry about it. That's why I gave you all a 2-week fucking period. I gave you a deadline. Dry, what are you doing?
Well, hi, hello. There is rain, thunder, and I think a Pokemon outside my window. But to give you all a little bit of clarity, I have really nothing new as of yet to announce. Only thing I'd like to really announce is make sure to wash your hands, eat your fruit and vegetables. Because I swear to Christ, if you don't, I will come to your house and I will cry.
They'll never leave.
I won't.
Don't just eat chocolate and
Order me a Happy Meal, or I will say the F word.
No.
We're on McNugget.
Literally, River.
But I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Couple don't.
Jesus
What was that?
Christ!
Don't do it, bitch.
So my first instinct was, hey, I want to go look outside real quick. I step out, there is a lightning bolt, like, just, like, the next county over. I'm all like, okay.
So, quick question: what is going to be the rule regarding if the stream is taken down by storm?
If stream is taken down by storm, if we're halfway through, we will attempt to resume for the rest of the night. If we're taken down before the halfway point, we scrap it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
At any point you're not feeling safe, PRO, just say so.
I mean, I got
know
20
damn well
minutes
that
left.
I don't feel safe. I will totally say, hey, nuts to this. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, listen. No fucking kidding. I will rip out this goddamn computer, throw it in my car, and my ass is heading north.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's
Yeah.
actually the worst case scenario. You should never get in your car the moment you go to the fucking. You should
Yeah.
never get. You should never get in your car the moment a tornado hits.
Have you seen Twister?
No,
No.
no. Listen, if anything Twister has taught us is that Mother Nature will actively send down a tornado to kill your father.
Yep. Just your father.
And then it's coming for you next.
What is with that in movies?
Because they love killing the dads. Just,
Because Mother Nature's a bitch.
okay, I want to make a Man of Steel joke, but we need to get going.
Yeah, we're already 10 minutes in.
No, son, don't prevent my easily preventable death. Let me die in a tornado.
You probably should have let them all die. You probably should let them all die.
Tornadoes?
Okay.
Guys,
Anyway, on to the game.
All right. So, that's all the announcements. We're all good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, where we had last left off. As our adventurers, after the spring ball, having a bit of a conversation with the Queen of Vale and her shifty but trusted advisor, found themselves at the behest of none. Oh, lightning flash!
What?
Lightning flash! At the behest of none other than Dominic Elmond Donahue, to which he managed to find a gate cube and paid a hefty amount of money for it. To which everyone decided that this would be the best time to head to the Beastlands and start looking for what is known as the New Moon, and potentially also having a meeting with the goddess Melora. In which, after they shifted, found themselves on the back of a giant turtle, moving across with what looks like to be the lower end of the Beastlands, where it is a potential afternoon, like it is perpetually an afternoon here. And after getting caught up in some very sticky vines by a clan of kobolds, which were trained and raised by a Yimnan man who tried to claim a trophy here in the Beastlands in order to join one of the 4 major houses of Yimnan, to which, after he had failed, he had gone mad, being here for the past 20 years. After which, described to the party here that a tiger man has been hunting him for a very, very long time on the back of a T-Rex and a posse of Siberian tigers. To which, after waiting a couple of days, Franz having some communication with Melora, and now, finally, after waiting, meeting what looks like to be a tiger man with what seems to be his palms on the back of his hands, smoking and claiming that he is coming for his revenge to get Akko, who was the Yimnan man that treated our adventurers here. So, as we are now, as you all stare up at with what looks like to be a peering T-Rex, this giant lizard creature with 2 very large hind legs but tiny little arms, as it is now looking and staring and scanning the entirety of the area. The kobolds are still hiding within the leaves and vines of the trees, as you see this man with what looks like to be this silvered black bow just strewn across his chest, and he is smoking out of a pipe.
How close is he to the pitfall trap?
He is about 10 feet.
Is he advancing or?
Well, that's the outer perimeter. He has to get into the inner perimeter before the pitfall actually activates.
Come on, we're just waiting for that.
As he shouts, he's like, Akko! I know you're here! I smell your pathetic little servants is always doing your bidding. Day in and day out, they have done nothing but been a hindrance.
Actually, where is Akko?
He's currently back at the main clan. As you look and see this creature, he isn't exactly prim and proper. He's wearing very nice clothing with the arrow and smoking out of the pipe, but you can see his eyes are slightly manicked. And his hair is very unkept.
So this man has gone full Robin Williams the moment he got out of
I
the
was
book.
gonna say he's crazy. Okay, good to know.
What we do?
As you guys are hiding away next to the trees, trying to go unnoticed.
I'm walking along, like in the trees. I'm walking along with him. Like I'm not getting closer, but I'm walking like parallel.
Okay.
Should we try for diplomacy? Maybe we can get to the other side of the story.
I want to know what the hell happened between those two. Don't get me wrong. The uncle guy doesn't seem like the kind of guy who will kill this thing.
You see as he
who
takes
should we
the
send
bow
after?
off of his back, and he knocks a bow in, or knocks an arrow into it, and he kind of just fires out to one of the trees, and it just goes into one of the trees. He looks a little
Does
upset.
anything happen?
Nothing happens.
His aim's pretty off.
Hell.
Well, we still need him to progress anyway. What if we send one of us out there to see if we can talk to him?
Is there any way to push him forward?
Well, while they're talking, Helena's gonna start to get closer.
Okay. Do.
And the other kobolds are there with us, right?
They're all hiding, kind of waiting,
And
you
none of
see,
these.
you see, all the kobolds are targeting specific tigers that are following close behind him.
How many tigers were there?
6.
That's a lot of tigers.
That's a lot of tigers.
All right. Well, fuck it. We're an unknown. We're an unknown in this situation. Helena's the sneaky one, so fuck it. Prestidigitate my voice out.
Okay.
What
do you say?
He will. I'm still remaining in like a hidden location, but I'm going to just have my voice come out and say, I'm good. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna try and fucking rhyme this. Give me one hot second.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go
try
grab.
and fucking wizard the shit out of this.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go grab my checkboard.
Yaro, quick question.
Checkboard?
Oh, he's getting the checkboard.
Oh.
What you have in mind?
What I wanted to do is, as he's getting closer towards the trap, if he doesn't get towards it, I just want to have my spell Wrath of Nature kind of at the ready.
Ooh.
Just in case anything goes wrong.
According to this, he's 10 feet away from it and he's not moving forward.
I'm prepared anyway.
No, what I mean is that he's already close, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are hidden in the are hidden well within the trees, especially you, Franz, is, green on green.
Okay.
It matches my...
All right. This is what's gonna be said. To what sway would cause a Rakshasa of all things such dismay?
You see his eyes bolt around. A curious voice in the air. I come searching for a man that once killed me. He owes me a debt, and he betrayed that debt.
So you say, how far? How far does this betrayal run, if you may?
I'd offer him a deal of a lifetime. I would give him a blade that would suit a man who would be able to rise within the houses and keep his position, but in time he would owe me his soul. And then he took that blade and he turned it upon me.
Quite the infernal bargain. I could see why such hate would be harbinged.
So,
Fuck
the
you.
tigers-
I'm trying.
It's okay.
No, you're doing great.
It's okay.
Do the tigers and T-Rex seem distracted alongside the guy?
They're all pretty focused. The T-Rex is kind of just waving its head around, trying to catch where the voice is.
Okay, I'm gonna still get closer. Let me know if I start to get too close to any of the tigers. I'm basically aiming to get really close to that T-Rex at this point.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try
Here.
to say one
I'll-
more thing
while,
here.
while he's
Okay.
distracted.
Do it.
Okay, here. I'll do this.
River is just with Garo going like, okay,
You're right
so
here.
who is the decoy? The
Okay.
guy who wanted a soul or the guy who tricked the guy?
You guys are all...
I don't know. It seems like a pretty sus deal to me.
Yara, what kind of check would it be knowing what this guy is?
Arcana.
Did we not? I mean, I thought we did that. That was like the last thing we did at the.
What you guys thought was a lycanthrope. You guys thought it was
we didn't officially do a roll for that.
I think the only I know what happened. You rolled to see if he had two left hands.
Yeah.
Oh right. Well, I just fucking blew that. I meted that one sentence. My bad.
Oh, fucking elbow.
I'm gonna have Lionel claim something else here as well. Given such a disastrous case, is there no way for an object to take this debt's place?
I have wanted this soul for many years. However, upon him betraying our deal, incurred my wrath. It will not be settled. I will have his soul. A deal is a deal.
He's right though. A deal's a deal though. I know asking for a soul is kind of dickish. Still.
They're still talking. Is the tree level with the T-Rex?
Yes,
Or the dude? Cool. Can I start climbing the tree while they're talking?
sure.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try and say something else here. I guess if you want to roll checks while I type something else out.
Oh, I do have a quick question, Yarrow, about the T-Rex.
Sure.
This man that that Lionel was talking to, does a T-Rex seem like it's completely obedient to that individual, or is it more or less like doing its own thing?
It's
Like, is it
chilling.
Okay.
The tigers seem extremely obedient, but the T-Rex seems to be chilling.
Chill Rex.
Okay, but does it? Could I make some kind of check to see if it's like actually obeying this weird-handed tiger man?
Make an insight check.
Oh boy. All right, dice gods, don't fail me now, please. Let's see here. That's a 13 plus 4, 17.
17. From what you can tell from the T-Rex is not under any outer influence, magical or otherwise. It just seems like the T-Rex is okay with whatever pact it made with the creature that it doesn't fully comprehend nor understand.
I would make it my best friend.
Oh boy.
All right. When you're done with that, I have my next thing to say.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are we doing? What's the roll? What happened?
What is your intention, Franz?
Well, Franz doesn't technically like to harm creatures, and a dinosaur is legitimately a creature, an animal of that.
It is a
prehistoric,
beast,
it may be.
yes.
He wants to animal handle it to be his friend.
I saw that fucking
So-
map, Yarrow.
You're gonna break stealth.
No, not until Lionel does his thing. If we get attacked, I'll do it. But if
My
we're
next question to it might make or break that.
Oh boy. I'll let you do what you got to do. I'll come back to that.
Okay, Lionel.
You
what do
speak of bargains and deals, and with you I have no malice. May we have diplomacy within such a nature's palace.
You see this creature ever so curious on, this voice that seems to be echoing out. If you intend to keep me from my quarry...
No, that does.
Wow.
There's a storm coming, you
There's
boy.
a storm at the Beastlands!
Oh,
Chain
no.
lightning! Oh no!
4
It's
minutes
been-
until the first warning's gone.
It's been moved up to 9.
Ah.
So, if you intend to keep me from my quarry, I will have no objections to crushing this particular voice under my foot.
Well, okay then.
Okay, hold on. I have one more thing I want to type, but I want to find a way to rhyme it.
God damn it, you fucking woman. Oh, we took a
You're
pause.
gonna have to come out to this guy and be like,
no, I
hey,
plan
listen,
to.
yeah. It's just like, you're gonna come out, it's just like, by the way, all those rhymes, I really, I wasn't speaking in rhymes, entirely.
What do you mean I wasn't speaking in rhymes?
It's just like,
is all
I'm not,
me, baby.
I'm not gonna speak in rhymes all the time. That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say.
You fucking wizard
Is
boy.
this that fucking Lalafell from goddamn Final Fantasy,
Toto? No,
yeah.
it wasn't. But now that you said that, if I told you yes, would that annoy you?
No. In fact, I love it. In fact, I would love it because I thought of doing that as an NPC, but I wasn't smart enough to do it.
Oh no.
And while we're waiting for that, Helena's gonna take out her bottle of glue.
She's got the glue.
Okay. Okay. What do you do?
Helena's waiting to see what Lionel does. But she's preparing.
Wait,
Well,
I'm
no.
looking-
Can Candace make the Arcana check to know what this guy is?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So while you're all doing that, I'll tell you what my next word is after this.
Got a 13.
13. I mean, demons and fiends and monsters that are commonplace. There's only 2 kinds of tigermen that ever existed. There is the lycanthropes, and then there are the Rakshasa. The Rakshasas are from the 9 Hells. And this one does have the particular notation of its hands are on the back side. They're backwards.
Okay. Anything offhand that he knows that a Rakshasa can do?
For you, based off of that check, no.
Okay.
You just know that they exist and that they are from the 9 Hells.
So he knows it exists and it demon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Demon.
All right.
Asmodai! Derogation!
Oh.
Sorry.
I speak with no means for such a delay. I'd imagine a friendly voice in such a savage world goes a long way. If I was to strike, I would have done so and attempted to away.
You see as he lowers his pipe and he begins to scratch his unkempt tiger beard. Do you intend to wish to assist me with my quarry?
Mayhaps if there was a way to understand the situation better.
Ha! You weren't rhyming that time.
Lionel walks out and just folds his arms. I'd imagine that would get annoying very quickly, sir.
No, I was actually quite enjoying it. I suppose if you are more than willing to make a deal.
Now hold on, sir. Making a deal without reading the entire manuscript would be false and very ungentlemanlike, now wouldn't it? I need to know all of the cards in this deck before I play.
Very well. Clarice, lower me.
Clarice.
As you see this T-Rex lower its head down, and you see the Rakshasa step off, start walking through the grass as he walks closer to you. He is terrifying to look at. His eyes are burning yellow, and
I'm talking to a demon, of course it's terrifying!
yeah.
Spooky.
While this is going on with Lionel, Canis is going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on himself.
Okay. Do I have a token for that?
The effect of that is, until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on saving throws against the relevant effect.
Hey.
That's pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah, it is.
So, Helena, you're currently up in a tree, staring down at.
I am.
Yeah.
Helena, just for the fluff, I want to imagine like Helena was reaching out to the bow and he Lord was like, no.
We're so close to. As he begins to walk over towards you, Lionel, you see it is a nearly outstaturing you, he's almost outstaturing Garu. He's getting that close, which, as you guys know, Garu's the tallest one in your party. And
Yeah, almost.
I
Yeah.
am small and I have very little money. As you can see, there's a lot of stress going on with me.
Stress potion.
As he's now looking at you, he then folds his legs and he sits on the grass and he continues to take a drag out of his pipe and he blows it in your general direction.
I swirl my finger and I blow it off to the side.
Quite a curious little one, are you? You don't seem very familiar with those within the Beastlands.
We only just arrived.
So, you're from a different dimension.
The material, nothing too spectacular.
Well, as you are aware, I am after a man who lives very close by and has eluded my capture on many different occasions.
And I don't mean to hinder you on this hunt. However, if I'm going to traverse these lands and be in the midst of a scuffle that has no meaning towards me, I'd like there to be a meaning if I was to put my toes in the water.
Understandable. So, what is it that you want from me?
Well, at this current juncture, only information, sir.
And what is it that you're going to give me for this information?
What can I offer you? Apart from, Lionel pulls his hand out and smiles, apart from the normal servitude, aka giving my soul away, or my undying servitude in some way, I am of the arcane, sir. I know some dealings.
I worry not about the arcane. It is trivial to my kind. I don't want your soul. It's too,
Small.
no. Dingy.
A curious way to put it.
Demons have a very perceptive eye for souls that are worth going after.
Well, I'll tell you this then, sir. Oh, by the way, I have not received the name. Oh, if it's too troubling for you, I shall start then, Lionel.
There we go. Mordai. Mordai. Mordai.
Against my better judgment, at least to keep diplomacy going, I'm gonna reach my hand out to shake.
You see as the left hand now begins to extend out to your right hand.
I can only grab a finger, can't I?
The entirety of his hand grapples your entire arm, and he shakes it slowly. You can see the wild eye of this creature looking at you ever so devilishly, and then pulling back.
This is all the better since Canis and Garu are both within 5 feet of the guy and he doesn't know.
At least as far as he's acting, I'm very worried about that.
Lionel, like grabs his shoulder and twists his arm. Quite a grip.
See him take another long drag from his pipe.
Now, you do understand that if you placate to me for just a little bit, there might be a reason for you to be swayed to assist you.
I suppose.
But, Lionel smirks, I don't believe that, based on your wording alone, sir, I'm gonna roll a perception check on this. You somewhat claim that the arcane has no meaning towards you. I dare say you doubt my abilities.
To you?
Well, I'm just fucking keeping this guy, like, on a good side at this point. I'm just like, hey, let's chat for a bit. Let's get you off, like, your negative feelings and just let you be happy for a little bit. You seem like you need... Basically, this is Lionel going, hey, you seem like you need to bounce words off of someone else who isn't a dinosaur.
As
Talking therapy session?
make a persuasion check.
Alright, 18
As-
plus 5, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh wait, no, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, 23.
Okay. He puts the pipe down, and you can see as he crosses his arms to kind of fold his hands in a very particular
Weird
way. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, 2 left hands ain't gonna cut that, Joe.
Yeah. Like I said, the arcane is a trivial matter to me, much like many demons.
Aye. But you must admit, you seemed a little bit charmed in the idea of at least speaking to someone who isn't a dinosaur.
Hey!
As you hear the voice echo from the T-Rex.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, animals can
Oh,
that's right.
Lionel snaps his fingers. Oh, that's correct. In the Beastlands, creatures can speak as well. I apologize. I look over to the creature. What was his name? Clancy?
Clarice.
Clarice.
Apologize. Clarice, was it?
Yeah. You see,
I toss him a ration.
I have big hands, tiny hands.
You have a giant mouth, catch it.
Oh no, I dropped it.
That's his problem, not mine.
Big head.
Throw it at the pit.
As
you
can
guys
see,
did
sir,
not hear that that thunder
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
It was
I
so
turn
cool.
back to the Rastashasha. As you can see, sir, I am a very curious, if not talkative. I am, if not curious, a talkative type, and it seems like you might have needed that, at least for a little bit of some fun.
Like
Having
I said,
having outside opinions would be rather, I don't know, beneficial or good is the best way to put it.
I'm not too particular to wanting to stay around for too long.
Understandable, places to go, things to do.
People to kill.
Thus why the proposition was put out there for you. Speak your piece. If we can find some sort of accord, maybe there's a way we can help each other. And maybe we can find a way to end this plight of yours once and for all, and you can find the peace you deserve.
You see as he moves the arrow behind him and he moves the bow behind himself and he puts a hand down on his lap. What I want is my quarry. If you wish to assist me with that, I would have no problems. In fact, I might even handsomely reward you.
Well, of course, that leaves me curious. What did you have in mind?
A certain rich beyond all kind of desire. A curious item. Something that only you could possibly ever want. Of course, only if you help me. Should you succeed, I will provide you this quaint little item.
Does this item have a name?
I think it would be a surprise for once you have it. See his
Oh,
smile
Lionel.
becomes a little twisted.
Oh, Lionel gives him the exact same twisted look. Well, unfortunately for you, sir, I have a quarry as well. And if said quarries have a name and match up, perhaps there is an accord to be had. I will not take blanket statement terms. I wish to have a proper noun.
I will provide you with a blade of luck. One, within my possession, of course.
Arcana check or history check? Which do I do?
Arcana.
Yes, not a good roll. 13 plus 8. Oh wait, that's literally just 21, I guess.
Alright, 21. So, the Luck Blade, as it is known, is a very... It's a legendary item where it has the potentiality of giving you luck. So pretty much it would let you re-roll an attack, an ability check, or a saving throw if you dislike. And you can't use it until like the next day. And also sort of kind of maybe have a wish spell in it.
Do this on purpose, fuck you.
I do this on purpose, yes.
Fuck off!
When all you have to do is smack him down.
That makes me feel... above game? That makes me feel like he's lying.
Very possible. He's a demon.
He could be lying.
It's a little
James is
tricky.
right there. Could I insight that?
Sure. As Canis, yes. Make an insight check.
21.
21.
It's a wisdom skill, and I'm a cleric.
Wisdom.
His twisted mouth, it kind of gives you this feeling that he does seem like a collector of various magical items, and considering the fact that he gave one to Anko before he came to the Beastlands, you get a faint feeling he might not be lying, but Of course, he's still a fucking demon.
Still a demon, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's telling the truth, but he's hiding some information.
Not the quarry I seek, so in turn, I believe giving you a piece of information that you knew nothing of myself might be a little bit of at least a even bargain. I don't seek a blade, sir.
Then what do you seek?
An ebony bow, one of magical prowess.
You see as he looks back and he sees the bow behind himself. Unfortunately, that is one that I am keeping for myself.
All I needed to hear. Canis steps forward and attacks.
Fantastic.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Can I jump on the T-Rex?
Alright, everyone.
Yay!
God.
Guys, you all did
I didn't
this
want to
while the
plummet.
fucking wizard is in front of the enemy!
Oh no, he's
It's
going
fine, you got the cleric.
right after this.
Alright, everyone. Roll initiatives. Woo!
Nah, we weren't getting anywhere with this dude.
Yeah.
Not in the long run.
Attack
He
on him.
wants to kill
I'm
us.
sorry, which one of us fucking speeched 100 in Archfey?
That's fair.
It's fair, but also keep in mind, they weren't planning on sticking with this dude. 15 for me.
Yara, do we
I'm
get,
sorry, but I had a way to escape the situation.
a surprise round on him?
That's a good question. Do we?
See, hold on.
Do we?
Unfortunately, no, because as being in the presence of everything here, he kind of always assumed that there was more than one, and he was expecting a kobold attack, and now
Did he
there are
see any of
people
us specifically, though.
coming out. I'm gonna have to say no to a surprise round.
Frick.
Yeah,
Yarrow no like surprise rounds.
Why do we stealth if this always happens?
I got an 8.
hold on.
I got a dirty 20.
12.
I will get you guys in about a second. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm saying my number.
He's rolling for the Tigers.
Yeah, just save
Yeah.
the number. Man, I can't wait to eat that sword of luck to the fucking face.
You'll be fine, you can teleport away. Or you can cast shield.
That doesn't help all the time.
It's a reaction.
All right.
For all we know, this thing has a legendary action that siphons reactions.
Well, no, until we try.
Okay. So,
Last time we did before we tried, I died.
okay. So,
True.
from of course left to right, Franz.
21.
Okay. Garu.
Dirty 20.
20. Okay.
22.
22. Okay. River. All right, Lionel.
8.
Canis.
12.
And Helena.
15.
All right. So, as you appear, Canis, you see as the Rakshasa grabs the bow and spins up to his legs as he then knocks an arrow back. And he begins to see everyone now beginning to step out. All the kobolds start attacking the lions that have been behind this T-Rex the entire time.
Tigers.
And you could... or,
Tigers. Yes.
Tiger!
yeah, as they are now drawing blades and throwing knives, and currently they are behind the map here dealing with that shit.
So, us doing this pretty much just got rid of a couple of ads.
Yeah. So, top of the round is River.
Okay. Oh fuck. Ah shit. Okay.
Right there.
River is going to approach the Rakshasa from behind,
Okay.
and this is only. How does that work? Can you grapple a creature that is a size bigger than you?
No, you
Yeah.
cannot.
You cannot, right?
It's one size larger or smaller than that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So River can't grapple anything of large size or bigger.
Okay, so but I can him. It's a minion.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it's going to be my athletics versus his acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Small thing is trying to get. Wait, what are these gloves?
It's going to be a 26.
26. All right.
Thank you, Hulk hands.
Thank you, Hulk hands.
All right. Let's see. I can now pull out one of these things.
Oh,
Oh.
I grab him by the tail and by his back and just start pulling.
You like bam him, just like fucking toss him back and forth.
Mario picking up Bowser by the tail.
So long, okay, Bowser.
All right. So he is considered grappled, as you literally grab both legs and pull him down, and he's like, "What?" And you see the arrow that was knocked fly off into the distance.
Okay, so he succeeds and is grappled. What? So a grappled creature speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. See the condition, and the condition also ends if an effector moves grappled creature from the wrist from each of the grappler. Yada yada yada. But there we go. And so that's going to be my action.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to maintain him here for a moment. I was thinking of pushing him, but I let the others do stuff to him while we wait.
Okay.
That's going to be my turn.
All right. Franz, you're up. You are here.
Okay. Question: the T-Rex, it's not attacking us, correct?
Not
Hasn't
yet.
started.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not
It's
yet.
gonna.
Well, it's gonna. But has anyone at all touched it that we know of?
France, this is not the time to be a
She's
fucking
currently
retard.
going to make an attempt to jump on him.
Yeah, but we can't see that.
We can't see that.
Yeah.
We're not.
Okay, I want to move. I want to move about 3 squares near the T-Rex, Clarice.
All right. Towards the pit or around the other side? Because if you do it around the other side, you got trees blocking you.
I will go towards the pit.
Okay. 3. So while you're on the outer rim of the pit, your movement is halved. Once you reach the center, you have to make a strength check in order to get out, or you're stuck in there for the rest of the turn.
Let's see here. Wait, it says I have an advantage against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement. Does that include this?
I would assume that this is not magic. This is natural.
Natural? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, I have a bonus action if anything goes wrong. Okay. I want to cast Dominate Beast on Clarice.
Oh,
Alright.
this kind of friendship. The one
Domination.
Domination.
You don't get a choice in this matter.
You hear that,
What?
Sasuke? You don't get a choice in the matter.
Surprise friendship.
They just let him
I'm-
get away.
Okay.
Now, I swear to God, Clarice, I will make you my best friend, and you will love it.
Do you like it or not?
If this works,
Well-
I want the magic spell to be that Clarice just fucking grows a beard that looks like Franz.
All right. It is Okay, so it is a concentration. All right. What's the wisdom check?
It is a 21.
21. Let's see. meets it. Okay, so natural 20 plus 1. So it meets it beats just by 1. Oh, so as you cast Dominate Beast, as the magic leaves the staff of the Everlight and it hits its side of its face as it begins to glow, and then you see the eyes become large and then sharpened, and then it starts trailing onto you and it becomes enraged.
Okay, I see. All right, guys, I failed. I tried to make a friend, didn't work, and
You hear
now
the
they're pissed at me.
classical T-Rex roar. The that one.
Scream. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So as it
Right.
T-Rex
Yeah.
even has a bonus.
I am, as a bonus action, gonna Misty Step up out of there.
All right, where you heading?
I am going to be behind Garu.
What? Where'd you come from?
Garu, I'm so sorry. I fucked up so bad. The T-Rex is mad.
What? What's the T-Rex?
All right.
The T-Rex is mad.
All right. So that's gonna be Francis' turn. It is currently Garu's turn.
Okay, question. We know the bow's on him, but does he have that sword that he was talking about on him as well?
Not that you can physically see now.
Okay.
We assumed that was a lie.
Shit. Well, then again, I'm blind, so fucking whatever. Okay, so, Garu is gonna try and grab the bow.
Sure. Make a.
I mean, he's grappled, so...
Yeah,
busy.
he's grappled, but let's see.
Is that not a disarmed ability?
A disarmed ability?
I guess monks would have one.
Make a strength check.
Oh,
To
boy.
get it because he's holding on to the damn thing.
Okay. That is a 19.
We are trying to, like, essentially just rend his weapon away from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is going to be a 22. As you literally try to grab onto the bow, you see him move it away and smacks you over the head, and you just let go. Doesn't hurt you, but you're a little confuddled from trying to tear away the item in his possession. That is going to be your action, though.
Okay, shit. That backfired.
So have your bonus action.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the case. I'm going to use a key point and do an arm strike, because it's all I can do.
All right. As you grip hold, you hear some words coming from the back of your head, almost as if it's like a culling of draconic words speaking into you. You hear the words justice, clarity, home, in draconic.
I can't focus on that. Sorry, but we need this more. And he's gonna fucking hit him with a natural 20.
All right.
Hey.
Cold clock in the face with your elbow.
Bonk! Alright.
Bonk in the head.
Oh.
Bonk. Alright, I'm gonna roll 2d. No, wait. It's 2d6. Oh, and that's a 6, so that's 9. Like, that's 9 damage overall. Times 2.
Times 2. All right.
Your
As
fists are magical, so yes.
as
Yeah!
as you get bonked over the head, you hear the words echo throughout your mind, and you straight up spin around and cold cock him right in the face. You see a flash of radiant light burst backwards, and you see him screech in agony. Something seems a little different about this, comparative to people trying to physically attack him, but this one looks like it physically hurt him really bad.
Oh shit! And for another action, can I apply one of my open hand techniques?
Unfortunately, no. You expended both your action and your bonus action.
Fring. All right, that's fair. I got that 20, so I'm not complaining.
Yep. All right. All right. And that is going to be Garo's. It is this guy's turn.
Oh,
No.
the T-Rex.
I was hoping I'd beat him.
Clarice!
Oh, he coming.
But he's in it though.
No, Clarice Dodo, Yamate!
Come on.
As Clarice begins to stomp over, you hear the boom, boom as you're holding onto this Rakshasa as best as you can, and suddenly the eclipsing shadow of a T-Rex over all of you.
Oh, hey.
River
Uh-huh.
is gonna make his attacks onto you.
Oh, hey.
As-
Oh, no.
As this thing, it's gonna make its bite attack onto you. That is going to be... That is going to be a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, I need you to make...
Saving throw?
Yeah, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to reroll that one.
Thanks, Halfling.
Thanks, Halfling. That's going to be 29.
29. As you guys see, as this thing scoops up and bites River, and you see as it's trying to crush down, you see River pry open its mouth as wide as it possibly can and jumps out. It is so upset.
No shot snacks for you. Stop it.
Alright, so that is... I still have to do the damage dice. Hold on.
You didn't
Alright.
expect this, did you stupid lizard?
Clarence
Alright.
versus fucking David.
So you take...
Clarice.
So you take... Oh wow, it's 10-foot reach. Never mind. Don't you brr at me. So you take 32 points of
Oh, well
piercing damage as you get munched on, and you're like, nah, I ain't gonna be dinner tonight. As you jump out and land on your feet, you see as this thing now begins to make a wide swing, and it starts attacking Garu, and then it's gonna attack you, River, with its tail.
Frank. Alright.
Alright, so Garu, that is going to be a unnatural 20 to hit.
It hits.
And then River, that is going to be a 19.
That's gonna hit.
Alright, so you guys both take... So Garu, you take...
So am I in its mouth or not? What happened? How
No,
did
You have to-
it came down, bit you, was trying to eat you, and you strengthened your way out of its mouth, and then jumped out. And then it came and swung around with its tail. So, Garu, you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Ouchie.
River, you take 16 points of
The tail
bludgeoning
attack
damage.
is different.
Yeah. The tail actually has to be two separate creatures.
I'm blooded, guys.
Uh-oh.
All right. And this thing lets out an echoous roar as it just fills the back of your guys' head. Unfortunately, River, since you got picked up by this thing, it was potentially being eaten.
It says the
No,
guy on the
you
end.
Oh.
you popped out.
Oh, actually, yeah. Oh. Okay. All right.
Wait, what happened?
Never mind. Don't worry about it. It is now Helena's turn.
Dadgummit.
Oh, now it's a flash flood warning.
Ah.
A
Fantastic.
wrap of God.
Well,
All right. You're up in a tree.
I am annoyed that this thing got away from me before I could jump on it.
You have a bow.
I'm aware, Mal, thank you. I do, in fact, know what I have on my person.
You're welcome.
Did Clarice have reins?
No.
Darn. How far away am I from the Rakshasa, dude? 5, 10. Okay. I am going to use my movement and my bonus action as a rogue. I can do this to dash to get all the way over to the Rakshasa.
Okay. Which way around? The trees or through the pit?
Whichever way gets me there faster. Not the pit. Not the pit. I don't have strength.
Let's see. Even with your dash
5,
action?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I have way... Yeah, I have more than enough. Because that's 60 feet.
She's zooming.
Fast.
I kind of wanted to be in that little north square of him, but... Because I want to be next to the Rakshasa.
You,
The thing is
River makes it up.
Yeah.
It's hard to see River because she's directly underneath the T-Rex face.
Yep. And they're both red.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm next to the Rakshasa, right? And he's down on the ground?
Yeah.
Aha! I'm going to use that glue, and I'm going to put that on my glove. I'm just going to grab the bow.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a strength check with advantage because it's stuck to you now.
Yep. That's a natural 20!
Natural 20. So add your
Good
modifier.
shit.
Add your modifier.
It's a 19.
Does she
What
get
is-
any bonus because he's surrounded?
Why does this only happen when she's in melee?
Okay. Yeah, right? You really should have chose like an actual like pugilist character.
You know, Pugilist would have been cool if D&D Beyond allowed you to fucking do that.
Right.
Imagine.
All right.
Imagine.
Right. So his check is going to be a unnatural 20. So with your modifier, as you're trying to strength away this thing out of his hands, he's not giving it up.
Yeah,
But
but
it was
now
like
the
the
bow
actual
is stuck to
thing.
my head.
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah.
now stuck to you, and you begin to see that the seams on the side of your glove are beginning to tear.
Question, Yara. Does she not get any bonus because he's flanked from 4 sides?
No, because this is an ability check, not an attack.
Also,
We're also not
what-
helping her grab the bow right now.
Also, did you not add your modifier to that 19?
It made it a 19.
My modifier made
Yeah, my
She
modifier
rolled a
made
20,
it
but she has a
a
minus 1
19.
strength.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Helena is spindly.
She is not
Wait,
strong.
wait.
All right. So that is Helena. That is your
And
action.
guys, I have another plan, but sadly that is my turn, because I
Alright.
used my bonus action as well.
So it is now the Rakshasa's turn.
Good luck shooting.
Yeah.
As you are all trying to pull away, you see him close his eyes, and he goes. Whoop.
Yep.
Now, what about the bow that is in my hand, glued?
Your glove is missing.
Frick.
Counterflow.
As he
Like
now
how it felt.
stands across, is like, you don't think I don't know these traps all that well? Foolishness, all of you, foolishness. As he
Lionel asked
draws
if you could
back,
counterspell.
as he
Lionel asked if you could counterspell. Lionel asked if you could counterspell.
at what level?
Fuck it, 5th.
5th. As you try and cast counterspell on him, the spell hits him and it dissipates.
Yep. Magic is not helpful here, so I am effectively useless.
He is now
Down the T-Rex.
across
Okay.
the pit trap as he now pulls back on the bow. And he's going to make his 2 attacks onto you, Lionel. And then he is going to make an attack onto River.
Oh, come
Very
on, man.
vindictive individual. Alright. So, the first
And
one...
this is why I didn't want to counterspell, because I
Did
knew
he
this would
teleport with
happen.
Helena because she was stuck to the bow?
He took
what
the
happened?
glove.
It took her glove with
Ah.
with him. All right.
makes it awkward to grab because the club is there.
As you see him pull back, you see the arrow shine and shimmer, and let's see, Lionel, that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Can I shield? Actually, you know what? No, it wouldn't matter because it would be fucked over by 1, so I take a hit.
All right. So I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. 17.
17? All right. You're fine.
Except for the arrow sticking out of my fucking eye hole, yeah.
All right.
This is fine.
Yeah, too.
This is fine.
Oh. Drop my dice. I dropped my dice. See, do. So you take 15 points of piercing damage as the arrow hits you in what could have been potentially one of your weakest points in your body, as it's sticking out. It was almost a perfect shot, and it hurts like a motherfucker, but you managed to just dig into it and then pull it out as best as you can.
Ouch.
And then the second one is onto you, River. That one's gonna be a unnatural 20. As this one, as it shines once again, and you see it hit you, you feel your entire body shift gravitational wise, as you are then thrown into the side of the tree as it blows you into it.
So where am I?
So I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh god, it's the fucking law for clothes.
That's going to be 25.
25? Alright. As you hit the side of the tree, you manage to stay on your feet as you feel the force almost drag you down, but you're just strong enough to kind of stand your ground. You do take... You take 15 points of piercing damage, and then an extra 6 points of force damage.
Even though I... Okay.
Yep.
So to say, what was the point of the saving throw?
The point of the saving throw was whether or not you were going to be knocked prone. As he now stands across the pit, kind of laughing maniacally, almost crazed state. Alright. Canis, it is your turn.
Okay, first thing he's going to do is use his bonus action and 5th level cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
So everyone in the party heals 3, 5, 6, 7. They heal 10 hit points.
Nice.
Hello.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be at full. I never freaking healed. The last time. Oops.
And with his action, he's going to activate Radiant Soul and have his wings shoot out.
Alright.
And I'll take the attack of opportunity from the T-Rex moving 30 feet closer over the pit to the Rakshasa.
Well, was he engaged with you to take an attack of opportunity?
Yeah,
I-
it was.
No, he
But
wasn't.
he's still
Yeah, he
being
wasn't.
Okay.
He attacked me and River, so you should be fine.
As you are passing by him, and no, he's more focused on River, because that was his first attack, and probably still very pissed off at Franz, so he's not paying attention to you.
Alright,
But I need you to make a strength check.
For
I'm
what?
flying. Oh,
You guys
shit.
didn't
He's
know
flying.
Oh yeah, you're flying!
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't... my damn things. Alright, so you're... At 30 feet, you're about here.
Okay.
So I'll pull one out later. I did not think. All right.
I'm not increasing elevation. He's like only a foot above the ground right now.
Okay.
Pretending to be walking on the thing.
It's like
Being saved.
as wings sprout from you, and you just basically you duck under, and a distracted T-Rex on River, Garu, and Franz as you fly closer to the Rakshasa as he's now beginning to knock his third bow and aiming at you. Alright. It is now Lionel's turn as you are standing across the pit.
Move me next to the tree to the south.
Right about there?
One more to the north, so I can actually hit.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, magic doesn't work on him, and he wants to be a fucking vindictive smartass. I can too. I would like to cast Catapult on the tree so it hits him from behind.
Ooh.
Bam.
I want to cast Catapult on the tree behind him so it knocks into him and pushes him into the trap.
Okay. This tree.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You
how
can
I
do-
flavor this is the fucking Lionel points at him, fires, nothing happens, but the tree lifts off the ground and then aims at him and hits him in the back.
Okay. I'm gonna say that is a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
DC is gonna be relatively low because it's a big tree.
Uh-huh.
Alright. That's a 3.
Get fucked!
Which makes it a 6. Which makes it a
Fourth level,
6.
by the way.
So, as this thing begins to push him into here, I'm gonna say gets about that far as the tree comes out of the ground and fires at him, and he turns around and he takes the entire front half of the tree as his feet begin to sink down, and then down and down and down into the vines of the pit, and he is holding on as much as he can, and he's also noticing for the first time the glove on his bow this is flapping around in the wind.
Let me roll that damage.
Yeah, roll that big damage.
Alright, so that is 6d8.
This is goodly glove.
Catapult's a fun spell.
Catapult is an amazing spell.
Its power word yeet.
I thought I didn't know you could apply it to like other shit. I thought it was like only stuff in your hand. It's awesome.
No, catapult is it's telekinesis, where you pick one object, whip it as hard as you can, and the first guy in a line to fail the dex save takes the full damage.
Okay, so let me roll. Let's see. This is going to be 4 because I have to roll 2 more because I don't have 6 d8s.
Okay.
Okay, so 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, good to know. Alright. Eyes.
One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. I'd like to arcane infuse my focus. So from now on, I get a +1 for the rest of the day on casting spells.
Did you have to prepare that, or is
It says any object that is required for the infusion that you touch gains this benefit.
Okay. Alright.
What's the
It only
time
takes a
on
bonus
that?
action.
Yeah, what's the time on that?
Let's see. I will read it off in case this is fucky and I understand. But again, Artificer, brand new thing. It doesn't fuck. Who cares?
Yeah.
Enhance Arcane Focus. You gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack. Let me see my features here. Infuse item. Whenever you finish a long rest, which we have, you can touch up to 2 non-magical objects, imbuing them with one of your arcane fusions.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay.
And
know.
so that would mean that clutching my arcane focus to cast a spell would count as the touch.
Alright. Good to know. Good to know.
So now I get an extra +1 to everything I hit. At least with a spell, anyway.
Alright, good to know. Alright. That's going to be your turn, Lionel.
That is me.
All right, River, you're up.
Wait a second. What about that guy in the corner? In the top right.
Don't worry about him.
Oh no.
Don't worry about the man
Do
there.
not question. Holds a gun.
He has a gun.
So who's next?
River.
I was muted. I was talking. I thought people were ignoring me. So,
Damn it, Bracky.
Dang it, Bracky.
so yeah, drinking a potion for yourself, that's a bonus action or an action?
It is an action to force somebody to drink a healing potion. It is a bonus action for you to drink a healing potion.
Well, yeah, I'm drinking my own fucking potion because if that thing bites me again, I'm dead.
That's why I
Again?
fucking killed everyone first.
Yeah, plus you got 10 HP back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 4d4 plus 4. What a great professional drinking potion. So, no, 4d4 plus
Don't fuck with me, sir. There are a lot of trees around here, and I have a lot of level 4 slots.
It's interesting.
You gotta be
say
playing
that.
whack-a-mole.
I'll cover 18 points. A greater healing potion. Okay, that's my bonus action. As an action, I can't get over there. So I'm going to... Wait, he's... Okay, quick thing.
Yeah.
The rapier, I mean, the flame tongue, I need to use a bonus action to activate it. Could I use an action to activate it?
Yes.
So I'll use an action to activate the flame tongue. Now it's active. So my new rapier sets itself on flame,
As you
and I will.
draw the blade, as this long reddish blade, you call to its name, and it just starts glowing and being wreathed in flames.
You want to try to bite me again? Action search to attack the freaking T-Rex.
All right.
No.
Oh god.
Why?
I hope you have 2 of these fucking models, Yarrow.
Huh?
Wait, what happened?
God
That's
damn.
going to be
Are
27 to hit.
I still
Good.
have Old River. 27 to hit. That hits.
Okay.
And I still do have Original River.
Oh no, I'm not talking about River.
No,
I'm talking about the
no.
clause you have for this world. AKA that means you now need 2 T-Rexes.
It's if I kill it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Whoops.
Do I keep my consciousness if I kill something here? And he says yes. Okay, then I'm gonna kill it.
But that also means you're a T-Rex.
Yeah, it means River
Really?
gets to be big.
It's fine.
For a couple of
No
days.
fair.
Fine. So that's going to be 7 plus 6. It's going to be 13 points of piercing damage
13 points piercing damage. Okay.
plus 10 points of fire damage.
Okay, so 23. Da-da-da.
Want to try to jump down on this again, Clarice?
No.
As you poke its soft underside, as the flames reach under it goes, oh, hot, hot. It's not a smart creature. It has a 2 for an intelligence, by the way.
And also, you know what else has 2? You know what else has 2? I have 2 attacks in the same action. So
I even 3 as a level 10 fighter.
I have it. Is that right?
Or did they get their 3rd at level 11?
I think it's a level.
Let me check. I got it.
No, because I got the Indomitable thing.
Yeah, you got Indomitable. That's an 11.
Yeah. So here comes the second attack. Clarice.
Clarice.
It's going to be 19 to hit Clarice.
That does it.
You poke it in the eye, Three Stooges style.
With a flaming hot needle.
12 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And 9 points of fire damage.
Alright. It goes once again as you now beginning to cut the side of its legs. It's like, well, Clarice, you want some of this, Clarice? It's just like now beginning to kind of stomp around trying to get at you.
Gets a fucking, like, River gets, like, this weird pursed lips. Are the lambs silent?
And I'm going to use my movement to go around the creature, so I'm also behind it. I think it means.
Okay.
It's going to go around it from that side. Thank you. And yell at Lionel. Lionel! Kong!
What was that? You cut out for me.
If you can cast spells, go Kong!
Oh, god damn it.
Well, Mal, looks like the message you sent me might come true.
Alright, so that's gonna be the end of River's turn. It is now Fran's turn. Franz, what are you doing?
Franz just looks at how badly hurt this T-Rex is, but at the same time, he's like, yeah, we ain't got time for this. And he's gonna invoke Wrath of Nature at 5th level.
Oh!
Boy.
Holy fuck.
So, yeah.
Not
You
gonna
see
lie, I
him
think...
as he...
Go ahead.
Oh. You see as Franz kind of clasps his hands together, and you're going to start seeing trees, rocks, roots, vines, and everything within this naturey area start moving. It's about to get real, because anything within a 60-foot cube centered at the points of where I choose becomes animated for one
God, the
one
hills
whole
have
minute.
eyes.
Oh, every fucking object in this entire forest is now becoming pink elephants on parade.
Oh, what the fuck?
Basically!
I'm really glad I'm airborne right now.
Yeah.
Yes, because now you're about to see these Nightmare Before Christmas trees start moving.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is it twisted? Why is it so twisted?
So I'm looking at Clarice, and the first thing that's going to happen is any area ground in that cube that I choose is now difficult terrain for the enemies within that 60-foot cube.
I love that specification of the enemies. Thank you, Wrath of Nature.
You just
Thanks,
see Franz's
Wrath.
beard get longer.
Okay.
At the
Gaining
start of
more power.
Actually, yes. At the start of this turn, enemies within 10 feet of any tree in that cube must make a dexterity saving throw or take 4d6 slashing damage from whipping branches.
Oh, and guess who threw a tree at a Rakshasa?
Oh boy!
Okay.
See, I thought I was just being a jerk off when I yeeted a tree at the dude. Now it's
That's
synergy.
great.
Yeah.
God, 5th level fucking druids, man. Alright.
No, druids are no fucking joke beyond level 10.
Alright, so go ahead and roll damage for the Rakshasa and the T-Rex for the trees.
Okay.
And he's also gonna make a strength check because of roots and vines.
Yep.
Okay. Oh dear lord, this is the most
Here I am.
this is the most complicated spell I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. High level druid magic is like summoning the plagues on Egypt.
It's not basically made Moses.
He's just starting, let my people go.
Okay, so for the Rakshasa's dexterity check, it is a natural 1.
Oh,
So he doesn't beat your DC. For the T-Rexes, it is a 16 because he doesn't have any dex. So what's your spell DC?
my spell DC is a 21.
Okay, so he fails his dexterity check for the trees. As for the vines, that is a strength check for the T-Rex. So that is 26. I remember
That's fair.
correctly? Okay, as the roots and vines beginning to wrap around his legs as he's getting smacked by tree branches over the fucking head. And he's just basically lifting his legs and ripping them out of the ground.
It is, let's see here. So I'm going to go and roll damage for the Rakshashka, for the trees and branches that are whipping him in the face.
Well, don't forget,
And
the
then-
T-Rex is also doing that too because he's standing next to a tree.
Yes, so give me a quick second.
So just roll it and then let me know what the damage is, and I'll apply it to both.
So the Rakshasha takes 19 damage from the trees and branches. And...
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's see this. 16 damage for the T-Rex.
16. Okay.
How could nature do this to me?
Yeah.
Franz just stares at River. Do you want to be next?
I'm talking about him.
All right. So Franz, as you bring alive the forest of the Beastlands, you hear the call of the Wild Mother as she echoes throughout the trees, and the roots and vines invoke the wrath of nature. So that will be the end of Franz's turn. Garo, it is now
Actually-
currently your turn. Oh.
There is still one thing left.
Oh.
Oh,
There is one final thing left. Question: Are there any rocks?
Within the immediate vicinity, unfortunately, no. Mainly because they're all down at the pit. As they are...
The pit is rocks?
Inside the pit is... The bottom of the pit is rocks is because the kobolds were kind of cleaning up the place and then throwing it at the bottom of the pit and assuming that it was going to hurt somebody really, really bad when somebody fell into it. So...
Oh, definitely will.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, you guys know. So, unfortunately, there's no rocks within the immediate vicinity, at least none the size that would fit the classification of rock.
Okay, that's fair. Well, then that is all Franz can do at the moment for now.
Alright. Good to know. Alright, Garo.
yeah, I sent you a quick message. Can you read it real quick?
It is considered a bonus action.
Okay, all I need to know. Okay, so Gar's gonna like collect himself for a second and say, "You go deal with the lesser reptile. I'll help Canis." He's gonna dash towards the pit.
Alright. And this thing here is lesser reptile, and it moves its head trying to snap at you, and it's going to make an attack of opportunity as you're running towards that direction.
Do it, bitch.
Alright. That is going to be a 21.
That hits.
Alright. So as it makes a bite onto you. Oh. Then also I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okie dokie. Oh, okay. That is going to be a. Hold on, I'm just gonna have the actual modifier. That'd be 24.
24. All right. Yeah. So as this thing tries to keep its jaw closed due to its bite, you manage to just break out just in time, but you do take 20 points of piercing damage as it bites into you.
Okay. Hold on. Just plug it damage. Ooh, that ain't great. After he does that, he's gonna pop his first regular action. He's gonna pop the Potion of Greater Healing.
Okay.
So that is 44 plus 4. Let me see. 4. Unless I'm.
Waiting for you to do
I
it.
just gotta get him all. Just gotta find them all. Give me a second. Alright, I got 3. That is a 3, 4, a 1, and the last one, that is another 1. So that is... Alright, he heals 13 damage.
All right. As you slump out of the T-Rex's mouth, and you continue running towards the pit area.
Alright. Can you do that thing that I talked about?
You want me to describe it?
Just do the regular thing. Do the thing that you did before. How about that?
All right. So, as you hear the call of the orb begin to speak words into your mind, you feel your body become lighter than air, and it echoes into your soul. And suddenly all of you see a flash of light as sprouting from his back, these magnificent wings begin to open from behind him. Much like Canis in a slight way, only this time there seems to be a slight radiant glow that comes from the wings itself, almost like light. And he is currently in flight.
And he doesn't even realize he's flying. He's just fucking walking over the pit.
Oh! Whoa, what?
Wow, I thought there would be ground here. Wait a minute. Am I
Wait,
flying?
How does his thermostats work if he's not touching the ground?
He just like
He's going loud.
does that thing where you just like tread water. He's just doing that. And he's gonna go as far as he can, and that's gonna be his action.
Alright. Z is now slowly floating up next behind Canis of what is a sinking Rakshasa into this pit. Alright. It is now T-Rex's turn. It's the T-Rex now losing one of its quarries off to the side. Uh-oh. It sees the little rat thing in front of him. And it looks good.
Little creature.
Thanks for leaving the glass tank open, guys.
But I am in front.
And I
True.
got
Trips over me.
I'm going to stab its ass.
Give it a good old fireball.
That's
Roll
true.
fire in the hole.
Does River get an attack of opportunity considering he was fighting her, was engaged?
And also,
Yeah.
the terrain is still difficult. It didn't have to make a check for the terrain, but it did for the roots and vines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he managed to get over there. He has more than enough walking speed.
Yeah, but won't he have a disadvantage because of the rough terrain?
The-
Rough terrain
Yeah,
only
he
takes.
It costs more to move, but he has more than enough ability to do that.
I see. Okay.
He has
Yeah.
long legs.
He big
Gotcha.
boy.
But he has tiny arms.
Yeah.
Long legs, tiny arms.
So River, what was
19?
19?
19 to hit.
That will hit. All right. Actually, you want to know what? Now that he's passing by Elena,
That's 14
Disadvantage.
points of piercing damage.
14 points of piercing damage and
And 12 points of fire damage.
points. Okay.
What happened, Clarice? You're scared? Overgrowth chicken.
All right. Helena, what's your stealth check? What's your stealth stat?
My stealth stat is 12. No, wait. Yeah, it's 12.
12. And then what's your proficiency modifier?
Plus, it's 3? Is it 3? No, it's 4. So
4?
it's 16.
16? Okay. I'm gonna base it off of that. Okay. You see as this gigantic beast now beginning to walk over you as it stomps around, your head bumps into the side of its knee as it begins to lean down and make its bite attack onto you, Lino.
Tell me what it rolls first.
It rolls an 18.
Fuck you. Shield.
Shield. All right. As your shield conjures around you right overhead, this giant maw begins to encapsulate the entire shield as it's crunching and munching. You see the shield beginning to crack and break and fracture through its arcane madness. As it leans back, it begins to fade away. Oh, thank God. And it
lasts for the rest of the turn.
Yeah, so as it now begins to whip its tail around, it's going to hit you, Helena, and then it's only on Helena. All right. So of course it is going to be with disadvantage. All right, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Hits.
All right.
And I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge to half what he gives me.
And then for its second attack, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. So,
I only have one of those.
all right.
I'm not done here, Clarice.
You're so upset with Clarice right now. And Clarice doesn't care. All right. So, you take. So, take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, halved for the first one, because of uncanny dodge.
So 10.
And you take 24 points of bludgeoning damage on the second hit as the tail begins to whip and crack around, trying to feel out for whatever its knee bumped into.
Yep.
And it hits you twice over the head, and you're like, hey. This thing is very upset. And it is now currently your turn, Helena.
Okay, I'm going to use part of my movement. I'm going to go over to Lyle. I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to touch him. I'm going to use my Misty Step on him to teleport him 30 feet away. Let's get him towards river.
Alright. And as suddenly you feel on your shoulder, just out of nowhere, you are right next to river. Huh?
Cool!
And now, I'm going to go ahead and use my brand new toy for my attack. I'm going to use my piercing arrow.
Yes.
Oh, you tricky. I didn't see it until I looked this way.
Uh-huh. So that's going to be for overall 2 hit. It's going to be... it was a natural 19, so that's
19? Okay.
27.
27? Alright.
Yep.
That will hit the T-Rex, and does that also follow...
Sorry, it's 19... No, it's 30, I'm sorry. I am looking at these new stats.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hoot.
So, I assume this is at least going to be sneak attack. Wait, I had advantage, that's right. My other one was better anyway. So my sneak attack is only going to apply to one creature, and I'm going to make that be the Rakshasa.
Okay.
But the Beguiling Arrow does an extra 2d6. So let's do the base damage first. So that's
Hoot.
5, 4. And then plus D8. Okay, so that's the 10 base damage plus 10. Okay, so that's 18 with the beguiling arrow just on the 2 of those.
Okay.
And then with the sneak attack for the Rakshasa. And that's an extra 16 on the Rakshasa.
Okay.
Ow.
Ouch.
What happened?
What happened? Fuck is going on?
Rakshasa is looking really fucking rough.
Okay, we need to take that
How
down.
could this thing get any worse? Another tree hits him in the back of the head.
No, the tree is just writhing on him right now.
Why is this tree humping me? We need to take that bow, guys. Can't kill him.
And that's me.
That's him. Alright. It's now currently the Rakshasa's turn. Slightly
Quite
concerned.
peeved.
Quite.
Rather inconvenienced.
I'm so peeved right now. But gosh.
Gosh.
Use his bonus action.
Nature is humping me, and everyone, things are shooting me out of nowhere. Flying people everywhere.
You know, it's funny. I'm looking over the things that I could transform River into with Polymorph, and then I see Giant Vulture, and it says that Giant Vultures are neutral evil. Why? Why are vultures evil?
That's a very good question.
Because they eat their own.
As you see the Rakshasa as you see his body turns to mist and appear closer towards the outside, and he grabs from his pocket and goes,
Oh no.
You begin to see out from the sky what seems to have been hovering overhead for a while, what looks like to be this large pterodactyl creature as it now begins to come by and land towards him, and he begins to mount it.
Oh,
no.
motherfucker.
Don't you know? Hail to the null.
So, then it's going to be his turn. And I'm going to say, for the sake of the argument, it's now currently...
How fast was this fucking pterodactyl?
Yeah, you might want to ask him when he gets that back.
Yeah. Also, sorry for leaving you behind, Tito. My bad.
Man, if only Galder's Tower didn't fucking take 10 minutes to set up, I would have just fucking chucked that underneath them.
No, summon inside the T-Rex's mouth.
I can't see shit.
Alright.
Wait, so how fast is the pterodactyl? Because he's already awfully high, it looks like.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So, it has, I believe, what was a base movement of 60 feet? I believe its flight is faster,
How
though.
high was he starting at?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Hold
Oh,
on.
well, whatever.
Hold on. Keep in mind,
Does he
I
get-
did just put that down just to put that down.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the
okay.
fuck? He's already flying? What the shit? Either he moves or his mount moves. Can't do both.
Mountains are finicky.
So what, if they, like, if he mounts to the initiative's merge or whatever? 'Cause-
When you're mounting, it merges. Like the creature has
Okay.
to.
Yeah, you basically become the larger creature.
Okay, gotcha.
The mounted combat feat makes it insane, though.
Uh-huh.
Bring the owls.
Is it too late to now say that Odds Botkins can now fly? I sprout wings on him.
All right, so
No, the fucking Charge fall down fingers.
as he mounts it, it begins to go up about. It starts to hover about 10 feet into the air.
Oh, come on.
As
That's
it
fine.
lands, picks it. He gets on and it begins to start beating its wings. It is now beginning to take off.
Okay, I might have something to fix this.
And let's see. Nope, that's gonna be his action. He has nothing left. He's trying to escape. All right, that will be the end of his turn. It is now. Canis.
Alright. Canis will fly up adjacent to him next to the pterodactyl. Die, abomination! And smack it with mace.
Alright.
There's a 26 hit.
26. That will hit.
Canis will use Divine Smite using a 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh god, he's mad.
Oh god, he's mad. What does that do? That gives him an extra 6d8 radiant damage.
Oh, damn.
So, the grand total of his damage is 1d6 plus 4 bludgeoning, plus a d8 psychic, plus...
This is really gonna hurt, mainly because you are a divine creature, and he's being hit with a positive creature's attack.
Yeah!
I am so excited.
So, the base is 7 bludgeoning,
7.
another 2 psychic damage, and the radiant damage. $38 radiant damage.
Nice.
How shall you slay?
Yeah, yes.
As Canis is flying in, charging at the Rakshasa, you see the same draconic head start wrapping around his mace and bite into the Rakshasa's chest.
All right. As it clenches closed onto its chest, burning with radiant energy, you see it beginning to build and crackle around almost through its demonic veins into its eyes as it sears out its light. And as he begins to screech and scream, you begin to see all of the material items that's on him beginning to dissipate and burn as he turns into sulfurish ash. And you see the bow as it begins to ring around the pterodactyl's claw as it's trying to hold on to it for dear life. And you hear in its final words, "I will remember this!" As he falls and dissipates into the Beastland. The pterodactyl now beating its wings heavily as the bow begins to swing back and forth as it finally falls into the forest.
Does all his equipment fall?
All the items that were on him, especially the ones that he had packed on the back of Clarice, all begin to dissipate.
So all we got was the bow because it's not from the same realm.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Everything else is just his stuff, but the bow's ours now.
Fantastic.
Oh my god, thank god.
Cool.
We still have a T-Rex to deal with, though.
T-Rex!
We
Yeah.
still have a T-Rex to deal with.
Yeah.
All right.
Demon's dead, time for T-Rex.
So, it is the end of Canis' turn. It is now Lionel. Lionel, as you are still a little befuddled as to the sudden disappearance and reappearance of your form, suddenly not in the same place.
Hey, Yara, I hope you have 2 T-Rexes. I walk over to River and I butt her in the shoulder with the end of my gun and turn her into a T-Rex.
What is that? What?
I don't have another T-Rex.
You have another huge size.
You
mini-
fool!
Have something that looks similar and of the same size.
I mean, I think he had a Gorostrom mini.
I think so, yeah.
That could work.
That works.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, a Behir works.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you know what? Fuck it. We'll flavor it as T-Rex thing, but then it's like, oh yes, I'm a T-Rex. You look down at yourself, you're all blue and have like a million legs.
Oh well then, T-Rex it is.
All right.
And
So
I move away. I move back. Move me
Okay.
up 25 feet.
Move me up inside. Can't wake up.
Thank you.
I didn't have this in mind, but it works.
River, here's what your stats are. You have a plus
Again, it is
7.
T-Rex stats.
Yeah, You have a +7 to your strength, a 0 to your dex, a 4 to your constitution, a -4 for your intelligence, because this is a polymorph spell and not the effect of the Beastlands.
So not much of a change for her then.
A +1 to your wisdom and a -1 to your charisma. You have a +4 to perception. Your bite attack has 4d12 +7, and your tail attack has 3d8 +7.
Let me get in there.
All right. So, it is now River's turn as a T-Rex.
Yes.
Riversaurus. Let me just pull out them. I'm just going to pull out the stats so I can see them better.
I can get you the stats.
Yeah.
As this giant red and gold T-Rex beginning to appear just suddenly within the Beastlands, and you also see certain white streaks as it follows along the backside.
I will approach the other T-Rex.
All right.
T-Rex fights. And I'm going to start with the... Okay, so I have multi-attack, I have 2 attacks. One with my bite and one with my tail.
Here you go.
Okay. Wait, was it 2 or 3?
Okay, so technically it is 2 attacks. So you have 1 bite attack, and then you have your 2 tail attacks.
Okay, so Clarice is a special T-Rex, okay.
Yep.
I will bite Clarice.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, it says it has 2 attacks. 1 with its bite and 1 with its tail.
The one with its bite and then its tail.
Well then.
Multi-attack. Were you? Okay, never mind. I will complain about this later.
I will also have a complaint about this later.
That's a 19 to hit.
That's a 19. That will hit.
Do you want me to take it back if it's a problem?
No, that's fine.
4d12.
This probably won't survive.
That's going to be 7 plus 8. That's 15. Plus 12. That's 27. Plus 3, 30. Plus 7, 37.
37?
Damage with a bite.
All right. How shall you slay?
I'm just going to apply like the fight in Jurassic Park 3 when I just start biting on its neck and just putting on the ground and just
Yeah.
crack it.
As you bite into this thing, as it suddenly has no idea where this other T-Rex came from, as you tear it down and you throw it to the ground, and you begin to, with one of your back legs, and you pin its tail as you begin to bite down on the side of its neck, and you begin to pull and tear, and as just blood is spurting everywhere, I need you to make a, hold on. It's in the DMG, sorry.
How does that work when I'm
Is it an exploding T-Rex?
Because you're not from
No,
this
that's-
plane of existence!
Yeah, I'm not.
So, we're gonna have to see how long this lasts.
And whether or not we'll notice.
Oh boy.
I'm going.
Well, notice if
River's
he
going to
drops concentration, you just don't turn back to River.
Oh no.
River just to make fun of us, just like that silence moment when after the snap of the neck, and just with Mauron running down the snout, looks back at everyone.
What have I done?
Hello.
God. I hate this. I hate the DMG because it does nothing to help you find the Beastlands. Okay.
Oh no, it's
That's
fucking,
just wizards
it's
in general.
disgusting.
Yeah.
They did not fucking, like,
There's
set
no,
up
like-
anything.
Yeah, like, it's just an excerpt. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, great. How
With
am I
your
doing?
current charisma.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm so excited.
Oh. Well, that's a 7.
Okay.
Minus 1 to 6.
Good to know.
God damn it.
You're big now.
Weird. I have bigger, tiny.
Wait, do
guess
they still
what?
do they still have Hulk hands?
No.
Tiny Hulk hands.
Can we,
Tiny
can
Hulk
we
hands.
just fluff that she has
For
Hulk
fluff?
hands?
For Fluff, I have a version of my armor. No.
As
I can't wait to draw River as a T-Rex.
so, as you tear down this T-Rex,
Yes.
and as you're now just standing over Dios. Oh, that's right. So, it's just like as you're now beginning to kind of just look and peer around.
I will start chasing Lionel
All right, as
just for fun.
Oh,
just.
Oh no.
We don't know if
No.
we're fucking like going nuts.
No, I know. She's pretending to go nuts.
Yeah.
She's going to let out a roar and
Already
start
fucking
chasing
code
Lionel.
of cold then. Don't start this shit. That's terrifying.
It really is.
Oh, damn it.
All right. So you are now walking around as a T-Rex. You guys begin to see the kobolds now beginning to finish up what was their battle. They all survived because I did a check at the beginning. I did a check at the beginning of the game, and they managed to take out all the tigers.
Nice.
Yeah, good boy.
Can I do a little thing real
Very
quick?
tiger meat tonight.
What do you
Yeah.
want to do?
What are you doing?
All right, Gar, a little bit confused. Where am I? What's going on? Where's the ground? He's gonna feel the bow bonk on his head, fall in his arms. He's like, oh, well, that takes care of that. And the arms dissipate, and he falls into the pit. Ah!
Wait, how did you find the bow? You can't see.
No, it like
It
fell.
felt like it.
Remember?
It fell
Yeah.
and bunked him on the
It
head.
fell.
Ah.
And then the wings dissipate, and he just like falls into the pit. Ah!
Gwen takes off her hood. Oh, no, Garu. I already used my teleportation thing.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't. I have a climb speed. I'll climb down, grab him, and fucking Misty step out.
Okay. So I guess for the sake of the argument, as you try to get close and you grab onto Garo, as now your legs are stuck in this gelatinous sticky goo, you manage to grab the finger of Garo, and suddenly you guys are out of the pit. And
Record, Misty Step doesn't take people with them.
oh yeah, that's right.
But I have
So-
benign disposition. I have benign transportation though.
That you change places with
Yeah,
us.
that changes places
Oh,
with
it
you,
changes
so now you're
places. Right.
stuck.
Fuck.
You're
Okay,
the dimension
so as
All
you
right, well,
as you change places with Garu, you cast Misty Step out.
There we go.
Or
Yeah,
Canis
that's
just
fair.
flies down and picks you up. Either way.
you would
What
have got
happened?
stuck either way, so we're fine.
Oh, that's confusing. Where's the bow? And it's just stuck to his hand. Oh.
You want to know what's confusing? I point over at River. My concentration's been broken for 5 minutes.
And River, you suddenly have the intelligence of your actual character now.
She can also talk, I think, still.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the Beastlands. She can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's boring.
It's just like,
just going
yeah,
to
but that's
figure around.
boring.
Alright, that's how you people see all the time. Ooh.
Are you alright up there?
It feels odd.
Well, is it
Nope.
a good kind of odd? Does it hurt?
Like I'm,
You okay?
like I'm hungry all the time. More than usual.
That's
That's
problematic.
normal for you.
I don't think we have any meat shacks for you.
Yeah, she doesn't have. Well, I mean, at least with her, she had a smaller belly. Now she has a big
Give me
belly.
one of those tigers.
Kill a frog, and then we'll just have you turn into that, so your appetite's smaller.
She does have a good point. There are tigers.
I'm making my way to see eat one of the tigers.
All right, Franz.
Maybe don't eat the tigers. Unless-
Well, they're all
Right,
they're
thank you,
already
River.
dead.
They're already dead.
He's
They're already dead.
Oh. All right. Well.
Look, I always wanted to experience eating a creature while it was still raw.
Oh.
Might as well
okay.
try it now, you know?
That's not a terrifying notion at all.
All
Not
right.
even slightly.
You're probably gonna get a disease from that.
We have the
well,
bow
yes,
now.
Tyrannosaurus
Yes, I look
body.
to Garu. Are we done?
Yes, I think so. Where is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're done.
Helena,
of life,
Helena,
friends. Circle of
Helena
life.
starts poking Garu. Bow. Bow. Bow.
I'm trying.
Well-
I'm trying.
As you're
I'm
trying to pull it off of you.
Actually,
glove is
River.
still glued to it.
Crap! Didn't River have water to rinse that off?
Yeah, but it's currently infused in her as a fucking T-Rex.
Did you say you had some liner?
I have prestidigitation.
Wonderful. Actually, come to think of it, I do too.
Wait, you do?
I do actually. I realized this last episode.
You do.
I actually realized this at the end of last episode. I kind of forgot about it. Helena poofs it off. Poofs the gunk off.
If you could have done that
Alright,
the whole
we go.
time, why didn't you do that when we were stuck in a pit together?
I'm not gonna lie. Look, this is new to me, and
You tell me.
I forgot.
I can't touch my own hands.
Well, I
I
look
thought I
to
had
the
T-Rex
more.
hands trying to go like this.
I look to the kobolds. Well, the good news is we solved your problem for you. The bad news is that he's just gonna come back anyway.
What?
He's a demon. He's going to come back. This is going to be eternal until he gets what he wants.
Well, demons have an odd rule set. I think it's a year after you disperse them on a plane. If
What,
it's not
did
their
you
own.
kill him, Kindness?
I did, yes.
So
And he
it's
said I'd
gone.
regret that, so.
Well, you have time. You have some alone time. Let's put it this way: you have some quiet time before he comes back.
Why
Wait,
should I
but
be
we-
scared of him?
Well,
Would he be coming for the guy or for you?
yeah,
All of
go
us
for
now
it.
at this
Who does he
point.
go
He's
for first?
vindictive.
Fair.
Well, like you said, we have time, I suppose. So,
Well,
Time
let's
to
go
look up
back
how to
and
kill him easier then.
let's go back and tell our employer the good news then.
Wait. When do I go back though?
Wasn't
Couple
it a
of
day?
I
I
believe
think
as
they said it ranged from
It was about 2
a day
days,
to a
yeah.
few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
like 2 days, I think.
Well, enjoy being this way for a while.
I can't enjoy. I can't touch my hands. The back of my ear, I think is itching.
I prestidigitate a leaf onto her. I prestidigitate a leaf onto her nose so her nose itches.
Oh.
Why would you do that?
I'm going to lick Lionel.
Ah!
Yeah, I may not eat you, but this is going to be really uncomfortable for you.
I'm going to be uncomfortable, so are the rest of you.
A cowlick half the size of his body.
Okay. So at the end of each long rest, you may attempt to
Oh,
you may attempt another charisma saving throw.
my charisma! Oh no!
No,
I'm
you
scared.
have your base stats
Oh yeah,
back.
I have my stats.
Yeah.
Roster. Okay.
Plus, you can always still reroll too. So
Just don't roll a 2.
This is
I
weird.
don't have remove curse memorized if that would fix it.
We can play in the morning.
Actually,
We can,
I have
we can try in the
something.
morning.
If
Isn't it the staff? The Everlight staff says I can remove 1 curse from a target's attunement of a cursed magic item.
It's not an item, though?
this isn't a magic item, unfortunately.
No, this is... Although useful, not what we need right now.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay, well, worst case scenario is that we just go back. Okay, Lionel just smirks. Worst case scenario, we just go back to the material plane and wait out the curse.
If people had a problem with me with a red dragon egg, I think they're going to more so have a problem with a dinosaur.
Here's
Hey,
my
guess what?
question.
That makes them learn from experience at that point.
Here's my question though. Will it really work the same in another plane?
Nah, that's fair. Well, I guess we're
Would she
stuck here
revert
until you
back, or
turn
would-
back.
At this point, you guys see what is as a Dominic now beginning to approach with his book. Currently just writing not only the adventures, but also currently recording everything he has seen and or has just been enthralled by the concept of being in this plane of existence.
Was that who was in the top
He was
right?
that in the
Yes!
top right, wasn't he?
Yes!
I have to worry about him. I
That
worry
was
about him.
Dominic squatting in a bush.
He was stealth the entire time, and I didn't roll initiative for him because he wasn't going to do anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Doesn't that bitch know like 6th-level spells?
Oh, he does.
Doesn't mean he wants to fight.
He's an NPC.
Still.
This
hold
is
her hand
literally
out to
our
him.
job, not his.
Helena holds her hands out to him. Did you enjoy the show?
Oh yes, it was quite interesting. I have no idea what the T-Rex thing is going on here about. Quite interesting. He's now going back into his book and
You were the one who told us that you could turn into these beasts. So
yes, but actually watching it is far more interesting.
You know, he's got a point.
Oh, that reminds me. Helena,
Yes.
will you do me a favor?
As you
Giant
lean
T-Rex,
down
do
with
me a
the
favor,
giant
call it beyond
T-Rex
creature.
face. Yeah, as the giant face of a T-Rex suddenly approaches you, Helena.
I have a big head and tiny arms. I need you to get I need you to get some teeth from the T-Rex we just killed.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
Helena will go over and I'll roll survival, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean,
what-
here I was thinking I was gonna summon our mounts to get back quickly, but we could just ride on you.
Ride River.
Yep.
Ride River into the sunset.
That is going to be a 24 for survival.
24. Okay.
I originally wanted to take the entire head, but you know what? I can actually take the head with me.
Are we gonna tie the head on the back of a fucking giant T-Rex?
I can carry it on my mouth.
We could keep it in the tower.
No, because I look over at River. I'm just like, no, you're not putting anything in your mouth because knowing you'll probably swallow it.
Now come on, you may be right, but still, hurts.
All right.
We could
So,
always keep the head in the tower as a trophy.
That is true. That'd be a
I really
great
want
trophy.
that head.
you
Just
do.
keep an entire floor of the fucking tower is just dedicated to a dead, decapitated T-Rex head.
I mean, we still have we still have some of the dragon parts too, for pity's sake.
Fair. All right,
No,
what was
we
up,
keep-
Yarrow?
Okay, so for what was it? 24.
24.
Okay, so you manage after some very careful handling and tooling, you managed to strip a majority of the hide that hasn't been singed and burned. So you guys now have 10 pounds of Tyrannosaurus Rex hide. You have what looks like to be 13 or actually no. 13 teeth from its skull, and then also you have 4 claws from its
Four
feet.
claws.
Yeah.
Forelimbs.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say that we killed this fucking thing. I really want something done with this T-Rex.
Yeah, we did it.
In an attempt to try and rip off its skull, which was not exactly too difficult considering that half of its neck was already missing, you do manage to acquire the skull of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes.
We can clean it up. Use it as the centerpiece of our dining room table.
Fantastic.
We can make it our dining room table.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right. Well, either you guys get on River, or I'm gonna summon our steeds.
I've never ridden a T-Rex before. Get down here, River.
The river's just going to like sit down for people to get on if they want.
Chicken style.
Yeah.
I'm
I
taking
am
the front
totally-
seat.
All right, so everyone,
Rifle shotgun.
everyone gets on River with with Dominic kind of balancing himself on the tail end, as you all
the kobolds.
the kobolds at this point are all kind of just cleaning off and trying to rip whatever they can out of the tigers for pelts, parts, and food.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all still kind of busy with that.
They're tearing it apart like piranhas.
Yeah, so
yes, good. They do me proud.
Okay.
who's the real fucking Tiger King, bitch?
Okay. Stop keeping me in suspense. Give me the bow.
All right, so go ahead and add in. Well, you need to attune to it.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're gonna
Yeah,
do?
she wants to grab it. She wants
Yeah,
to grab it.
but she's doing grabby hands right now.
She's
Okay.
acting like a 12-year-old child, just going, give it.
Give it.
Give it. Hand it over.
So as you're kind of just saying, give it to Garu.
Wait, it's still in my hands?
I assume so. You never said you gave it, so.
Well, I figured that was like that was the intention when you did presentation. So
I mean, yeah, but you still never said you gave it, so.
okay, Garo gives her the fucking bow.
All right.
Yay.
As you hold on to it, you feel a great force come from it, like power that you've never really had in your hands before. And as you look upon the sigil that is within the riser and rest, with what looks like to be the symbol of Sihanin, it is glowing and active.
She gives a low whistle.
The
Let's
entire
get to attune to it.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you begin the process of attuning, as you guys are spending the next half hour riding on the back of a Tyrannosaurus river,
I can't believe the entire party got to Mount River.
Hooray!
What?
That was a joke.
all right, all right.
Got him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Waiting for you, Zito. So you close your eyes and you begin to kind of focus on the energy coming from the bow. You feel cool as the night, as it begins to isolate yourself, and you feel the breathing winds as it begins to flow by, and as you close your eyes, you see the crescent moon as it sees just in the far off distance of your vision.
Did we make it? Oh.
As it begins to fall like starry night in your eyes being shut and closed, you hear a calling call, almost like the winds as they echo throughout the forest. You see just on the just beyond that crescent vision, almost like flowing white feathers that are that smooth reflectiveness of the moon. As you finally come to heart with it and it echoes in you, you feel the force and power coming from it directly. With that, you are attuned to the awakened new moon. So go ahead and add that. Yep.
Oh, it was already awakened.
Ooh.
Nice.
That son of a bitch saved us some time.
Nice. He's probably going to want it back.
Probably. But it's mine now, so
Yeah.
too bad for him.
Well,
So go ahead.
think of it this way. How deep is his hatred for this one guy to get his soul over us killing him and just putting him back a year?
He did really seem kind of vindictive. He might shift around a bit.
He'll probably be after me for doing the deed, or Helena for having his bow.
No, he'll be
Why
after
not
me
both?
for fucking doing a song and dance in front of him.
How do we fix that?
You don't. It's a demon. They just go back and come back.
You kill him in hell.
We have to go to hell and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't think don't think we have time for that.
No.
As
Little did you
Ain't
know, one of
nobody got time
the
for that.
primeval power is in hell.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't think there was one. No.
No, the only other fragment of primeval that exists on a different plane is in the Shadowfell. The Nine Hells is where the demons and fiends are.
That was mostly me doing a jape, but you know, as
Yeah.
long as it's actually fucking true.
Kind of true.
So I guess we'll have to put a pin on that one, huh?
I suppose so.
Who knows?
What the hell was he again? Rashasha? Rajava?
Rakshasha.
Sounds about right.
He's a demon. It doesn't matter what he was.
I thought he was a were tiger.
No, he was infernal.
But he was just a tiger person. Is that a thing? I thought demons were like, red tails, horns.
Well,
That's the most
Some.
romanticized. Some of them are like that. That's clearly the most romanticized way that they appear.
They can be whatever form they wish normally.
Well, damn. So we could have interacted with a demon at any point?
We could have also interacted with a god at any point, or a dragon.
Especially a dragon.
I'm
Yeah.
technically a son of both of those.
That reminds me, we are gonna need to interact with the dragons, right?
The primordials? Yes.
Wait, I'm curious. I can't really look at my body right now. I can't really turn my head that much. Do I still have my dragon mark?
It was by your collarbone, right?
Along with the white streaks of scales that kind of lead all the way to the back of Tyrannosaurus River, you do find with what looks like to be a small blotched purple scale, which could be a slightly mosaic version of what could possibly be.
Pixelated.
Yeah.
It's in 240p.
It's in 1 pixel.
What happens when you try to rasterize a JPEG into 8 instead of 12?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
well, it more looks like you have a gross little wart on you, but not so much a dragon mark anymore.
it's going always to be there, huh?
It appears so. Some way, shape,
It's a
or
good
form.
thing it's still there, River.
Not even death got rid of it.
Case is just
So-
gonna pat her on the head. You'll be fine.
You're a fucking T-Rex, for God's sakes.
I mean, sure, you might be a less reptile, but it still has its benefits.
Really hoping I can. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of being this tall at points, but I really want to scratch the back of my head right now.
Candace will just itch the back of her head.
Lionel just
itch my
has-
ass.
Lionel goes catatonic face for 1 second, but then makes a fucking stupid shit-eating grin and holds up a hand that's holding up magic.
Uh-huh.
And I look at everyone else, so they're all seeing him about to do this, and does it slowly in case they want to stop him. The enlarge and reduce spell appears in his hand.
Okay.
And
Helena does not stop him.
touch, enlarge.
River, you go from huge to gigantic in the matter of seconds. As
We can go so fast.
Dun, 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 dun. Fucking Godzilla by this point.
I'm an
Yeah.
agent of chaos!
Why do you do these things?
Because
as you scream, "I am an agent of chaos," you hear in Mistra's voice, "Absolute fucking chaos."
So it's the size of a house, kinda right now. I'm going to bite down on Lionel.
as you try and stretch your gigantic fucking head around. You
I thought it wasn't a mount. Wasn't he some mount?
We
Yeah.
were all on top
Yeah,
of you.
everyone's mounted.
Yeah.
We were all
gotcha,
on
gotcha.
top of
You,
you, I
dude.
thought so.
Okay, gotcha.
you're so upset. So you
Dude, how the
guys,
fuck can you be upset? This is amazing.
I'm no, but I want to make a jape. I'm not going to buy you
Fair
to kill
enough.
you. I'm going to...
so
You
oh,
swallow
by the
it,
way,
have it inside-
Caitlin, in your
Yes.
inventory, go ahead and add the magic item New Moon, and it should be in a bracket saying Awakened.
Okay, I put it in. Awakening,
Yeah. And you can also show off the wonderful stats that come along with it.
Equipment, awaken, where it be? Because I have the one that I just wrote down. Where the heck is it?
Should
Let me try to refresh real quick because I'm not seeing it.
might be my fault. Let me see.
Equipment.
What the fuck is every other kobold gonna think when there's a gargantuan-sized T-Rex coming back to the base?
I'll get to that in about a second.
Big kobold. Big kobold.
Kill.
I don't know. When I think about the T-Rex river, I have two options. I like to think of it with the freaking feathers, the red and white feathers for the hair.
I'm
And
not
they
seeing it in here.
the one is just the scales.
There we go. All right, should be in there now.
Okay, there we go. No, wait, hold on. Damn it. Let's see.
All right. Oh god, we're having fun. So, as you're looking into that, so as you guys are stomping in on this gigantic fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, there are many a concerned kobold as they are now running around panicked. A lot of them are starting to pull out their their guns and spears and arrows.
I will scream out in Yinmin and also press digitated outside. Don't worry, it's us!
as they're all kind of drawing and kind of looking and trying to look and trying to see what is a tiny Apsu man on the nose of a giant like gargantuan T-Rex stomping into their town.
Grass.
Default dancing, by the way, don't forget that.
Of course, how could I?
Dancing on my nose?
Yeah.
They got the torches and pitchforks ready to go, and they're just like,
that
In
makes
awe.
them raise their weapons even further.
As you guys finally make it into this tiny town, this tiny little kobold village.
I will fucking drop in large on River.
Oh,
Still a T-Rex, though.
Yeah.
I know.
As
Alright.
I will reduce the T-Rex now.
Oh,
it is now a T-Rex the size of maybe an
A horse.
Overhulk. Yeah, about a horse.
Agent of Chaos.
this thing gets weirder and weirder.
Well, let's go tell what's his face that we took care of his problem.
All right.
I'll wait outside. I don't want to pop and just destroy everything.
As you guys climb up to what is his templed residence, as the doors slide open, you see him currently stretching. One of his legs are currently behind his head.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hello. It's been a while.
It's been
Yeah,
3 days.
We did your homework for you. We killed him.
Oh, that's fantastic!
But we also
Well,
have some bad news.
He might be coming back.
Oh, why?
He's a demon. They come back. You bargained your soul for an item, apparently.
And what was that item?
He now kind of beginning to look and scratch his head. I think I remember doing that. I can't remember.
Inside.
You have to be kidding.
Yeah, like, forgetting that you sold your soul to the devil is some really fucking bonkers level fucking laxation.
Go ahead and make
Should I
a
roll it?
insight.
Alright. That is a 19.
From what you can gather, he's not particularly lying. His brain is kind of broken from being here for so long, and in his manic state, he has forgotten things, names, people's faces, the way things have been, even what he would have assumed was time, as time does not even exist here properly in the Beastlands. He's not lying, from what you can tell. It's just he's had so many manic breaks.
Bonkers.
Yeah, he's
Well-
not all there.
Well, we spared you some time for you to prepare yourself for when he does inevitably return, but there's one other way you could solve this, is if you go to hell and kill him yourself, and we're not doing that because that's a little above our pay grade.
Oh, well, I don't want to go to hell.
Okay,
I
plus
don't
2.
really blame you.
Plus 2.
That, and we already found our bow, so...
Yaro, quick question.
Sure.
You stated that his mind is kind of like lost at the moment, right? He's not all there, but he kind of has some inkling of what's going on from his like past. It's probably a long shot, but is there a way for Franz to kind of scry his mind to figure out what that item was?
I mean, in order to get a concept of like the item that he had been given, he would only know the answer for. Scrying is kind of like trying to look on a person that's within the same plane as you. The fact that you were even able to, get a goddess who kind of had her guard down at the moment is already a feat in and of itself, but to scry on an item is impossible.
Ah, fair enough. Well, I got nothing.
I'm still quite curious about what it is. You wouldn't happen to have a collection of stuff, would you?
Maybe back on the upper tiers of the Beastlands, but not down here, not anymore.
You mean up in the tree?
Oh no! As he begins to describe, what you guys have seen is that the Beastland is separated in 3 different sections. They're all very visible, and you guys are at the lowest section here. As it goes up higher and higher, it changes the time of day. In the second tier, it is perpetually night, the most dangerous tier, which is the mid tier. And then at the top is where it is perpetually daytime, where it is first thing in the morning, and it is dawn and dusk up there. So, and every place kind of has what is a lorded animal, which basically they are the equivalent of demigods on this plane of existence. And then there is just Melora, who is here as a residence.
Well, I suppose there's no way we can find out. At least not with that much effort. Certainly hope it was worth it, though.
neither here nor there. Our task here is complete, but that doesn't mean that we solved your issue. I look over at Franz.
He looks back at Lionel. He's not going to break the gaze, though. Yeah, about that. I may have gotten a glimpse at Melora a while ago.
Were you peeping on her?
I wouldn't.
You're
call it
outside!
He's just yelling really loud.
He's looking in through the fucking window.
I am.
It's just River's eye at the window.
What are you doing?
Are you peeping? What?
Why is there a dinosaur in my courtyard?
We killed the
That's our
T-Rex.
That was the
Whoops!
little halfling.
Oh, whoops!
Whoops, indeed. That's fun, though.
Beats being a wolf for a few days.
I don't know.
This is a
I've been
bunch of
wolf
kobold
before.
children throwing rocks at his fucking leg.
Oi. Out of here. Lionel, how do you say "get the hell away from me" in German?
You know, I had Lionel go from like a southern bumpkiss kind of like personality. Now he speaks German. Yes, good.
Ah, hervorragend.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes, Worcestershire.
Scheiße.
Scheiße, hervorragend. Oh god.
Ah, Gesundheit.
Oh, my lord.
Guys, did you talk about the sword? Sorry, I'm trying to keep away these people.
So, if you saw a glimpse of Melora, what does that mean for us? Do we have a heading in which way to go, or?
I will tell you this much. The only thing I can remember is her voice, water, and apparently she's very beautiful.
Well,
So the shower.
out of character. Did Franz say anything about him, the staff being pulled in a certain direction?
Ah, he did not.
Okay.
He actually is going to turn to you, Helena, and state, do you remember when you were stuck in that bluish, sticky mud stuff?
Ah, yes, all too well.
And you remember how I tried to pull you out of it?
Yes.
Yeah, the Everlight staff said no and tried to pull me somewhere. It kept pulling me in a direction I wasn't pointing at. And like it was almost like it was like a magnetic. Would you know what magnets are? Probably not. It's almost like a forceful pull.
Huh. Do you think it might be pulling you in the direction of her then?
Not sure. Honestly, I've only had this thing for like a couple days. Still not too sure how to work it.
That is fair.
Though I
Seems like a
could
reasonable
try.
guess, though.
I could try again to see if anything happens.
Since she is here, and the staff is reacting to her, probably.
Yeah.
It's at least the best lead we have, anyway.
Well,
What's
if
in that
everybody's-
direction?
In the direction that he was being pulled,
The west, I think?
it was towards the west near that giant millennium tree.
Oh, so the giant tree.
Yeah.
No, there's rubber next to it.
Well, I don't expect our forgetful friend here to know any relevant information, but what do you know about the tree?
What do I know about the tree, actually?
I was actually
Oh,
I was
the-
speaking to
I mean, it's big. It also has a lot of good food on it.
So you've been there.
food like what?
Like big fruits, couple of interesting sized eggs, good water.
Does everything around the tree, like, is it larger than average?
Oh yeah, it's like apples that big, like real big.
Wow.
What about creatures?
I think there's a few.
Okay.
I mean, as long as you stay up in the sky, I wouldn't worry about it.
Huh. Is that all we have
Yes.
to do?
As long as we fly. I only have enough spell slots to get a few of us to do that, not everyone.
We could get friends to cast the owls again.
I cast fly on river.
Why? Why?
I mean,
Giant T-Rex just going.
technically speaking, yeah, I could call some
The
owls.
Macy's Day
Or...
Parade balloon.
Oh no! Oh no!
I swear to God, as soon as this thing ends, I'm going to land on that house. It's not going to kill it.
Good thing it's a concentration spell then.
Just staying on top of this house until it dispels.
You know you fucking can have absolute will over where you fly, yes?
I do, but I also want to fuck with you.
So, what are you guys doing?
I could wild shape Franz into a giant eagle.
Again, you can summon 8 owls.
Yes, but I want to be the eagle.
He wants to be
Well,
rich this time.
I say
Yeah, but we need to fly everywhere.
I say we use the rest of the day to at least get some amount of rest, and then we go to the tree.
That egg.
That and wait for the for the T-Rex to dissipate.
That is fair, yes.
We can also get there rather quickly by mounting onto river.
That is true.
And flying.
And flying. And also, Lionel is now sitting on top of Rather Dashing out of nowhere.
So you're going to be mounting rather dashing on top of me?
All
I
right.
summon River's Phantom Steed that is the same size of River. So now there is a floating T-Rex
I
on
don't
top
think
of a floating chicken. Listen, I'm making my own fun. Shut up.
These kobolds have to be going fucking insane right now.
They are.
They must be feeling like they're in just the wildest.
You are
feeling
welcome to
right
tell
now.
me to shut the fuck
What
up,
wild
Yarrow, at any
mushroom?
given moment.
No, you're having fun, and that's what matters to me.
Stop throwing rocks, I'm going to eat all of you.
So, as you guys
What happens if I kill one of these
take
kobolds?
time for the rest of the time that you guys feel like you should be awake, and as you guys go ahead and take a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Hooray!
Man.
So,
River gets
T-Rex,
to
River?
I ate
roll.
less than normal.
That was the most damage I've ever taken. And I still. Don't make me math.
it was
That was
like
the least I've ever
30,
taken in a fight.
like
It was like 34 or something like that.
yeah.
Because there were no dex saves, Canis.
I didn't even get
wasted
attacked.
a potion.
Yeah, that's not that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
did
ain't a waste if
34.
you had to. It ain't a waste if you had to use it.
Yeah.
It was just slightly over half.
So, at this point, River, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving?
Oh no, Charisma saving throw. Sorry.
Ah. Is there any way for people to help me with this?
No.
Okay.
You are not a T-Rex. You're not a filthy lesser reptile.
Are we
You're
making
better
a-
than that.
You do know you have your halfling fucking reroll because you get to use your stats here.
My stats, but I don't think in my features that works.
Are we taking a long rest?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rememorize spells so I get remove curse.
Okay.
9 plus 1, 10.
In what seems like after 8 hours of sleep and everyone kind of coming to, there is a passed out River in the middle of the village, several feet away from the tower because she slept outside.
Kid's still throwing rocks at her.
Helena doesn't sleep for the entire. After she sees the T-Rex disappear, she'll pick
it goes back into what looks like a crumpled mess of flesh and magical amalgamations into what is a normal river.
Yeah. When she's
it's
normal
already
again,
back.
Helena's gonna pick her up and she'll bring her back inside.
Like a mom carrying her child for the sleep.
Yeah.
This extremely heavy child, considering you have a -1 to your strength.
Giant child.
She's 3 feet tall. I can manage.
With giant
take the tender
metal
moment-
gloves.
Tender moment
Don't
away
take the
from me.
tender moment away. It's
All right.
cute. Shut your fucking mouth, Yara.
It's very cute, but yeah.
Ooh, she's trying.
I have removed curse memorized now.
There's
Right. That way,
there's
now
the
if we
player
kill
version,
him-
and then there's the DM version. Or the player version is super graceful as she's walking through the store, while DM version is just like, ah, God, fucking damn it.
I mean, I do weigh 140 pounds.
What?
All my equipment.
Okay.
But doesn't River just weigh like 30?
Yeah.
Just think
Oh,
of like
yeah,
a
look.
tiny river body with teeny tiny legs or a giant back.
But no.
I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you.
All right.
Don't do that.
So it is what could be considered the next day.
I do want to say one thing. If Helena is carrying River back while she's asleep, maybe you hear her mumble like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Just apologizing in her sleep.
What now? What else are you lying about?
There's
No, this is just Bracky being Bracky.
All right.
Yep.
everything.
It is the new day. What are you guys doing?
Okay, well we have multiple ways to get to the tree. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys.
How far are we from the tree? Like, how long is the travel? Also, I can touch
It
my
would
hands
it would take about half a day's travel. This thing is so huge it doesn't matter.
Half a day's travel. Just gonna say this: the horses can run at 100 miles per hour for 10 minutes.
now. They can?
No, it can run 110 miles
Oh, right.
in an hour. Yeah.
Sorry, I completely fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not to mention-
completely let that slip.
If
Yeah,
we go,
brain
if
fart.
we go, if we go on land, we might get attacked.
That is true.
Wouldn't,
The same could
wouldn't
be
hurt
said
to
of fly.
fly.
Well, that is also true, but I feel like there's probably more chance of getting attacked on the ground than in the air.
We're in the Beastlands. We're gonna get attacked no matter what.
Probably.
And would you rather it be something that you can fight on the ground or something that you can barely fight in the sky?
Is that a trick question?
Yeah, you know what? That is a fair point.
Well, some of us do have wings, so it is possible.
We also have the
How
owls.
about that? When did that happen?
Yeah.
That is a good point.
But-
Garu, you had wings. When did that happen?
I did? What?
Yes.
So that's what happened. I don't know. It just kind of popped up out of nowhere. It felt I was walking on air.
They were pretty close to mine, actually.
Yeah, and I could have sworn you had to activate the item voluntarily to use.
Wait, I do?
I don't fucking know. I'm going to assume when you activate the Minecraft, you need to do it.
I mean, I was just doing it for
I'm
fucking
just saying,
fluff, but
I know, I'm being-
Bracky,
I'm
I
being
want you to
asshole.
look at me. Bracky, I want you to look at me.
Get this
I want
fucking mouth, Yaro.
I want you to look at me.
Yeah.
Let people have their fun.
No. My phone is making
Yes.
fun of everyone's fun.
yeah.
Kink shaming is my kink.
Kink shaming is my kink.
All right. So from what I'm understanding is that we don't feel safe taking flight because if we do end up getting attacked, a lot of us are straight fucked. So
You need to fight that part, let her up.
I suggest. Well, here's the thing. If Franz turns into a giant eagle, I can cast Longstrider on him.
But you can only carry 2 people.
I can turn into something else.
Oh, well, again, my point still stands. That's one option. One option is you turn into something that can transport us. I can cast Longstrider on you so we go faster.
Ooh.
Second option, Phantom Steed.
For 10 minutes?
For an hour.
Oh.
So, basically, for 1 hour, I can cast this, and then when the hour's over, I just cast it again. Like, it's not a big deal.
My boat is on flying, but if everyone else prefers to be on the ground.
Well, I'm up for whatever. That's up to you guys.
River, if
Maybe
we
we
are
can meet
attacked in the
halfway.
air, what can you do?
You're thinking of flying as in being 200 feet in the air. I'm saying just above the trees. Enough to not be too far away from the ground and be attacked by creatures on the ground, and not just above the trees to not be close enough to the ground to be attacked, and not too high to be dropped down.
Mal, are you considering that something akin to Slime Marbo's gonna jump out of the canopy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like around Megalodon, what the hell?
Again, you guys have to decide. What do you want to do?
I threw my boat for the outs.
I'm saying.
All right, we have one flight.
I say horses.
Yep.
Or whatever. Yeah, we'll do horses.
Riding the weird amalgamation illusion mutants we have.
Yes.
All right, so we have 2 for horses. Garo, what do you
Go
want?
ahead and ride your weird turtle.
Maybe we can meet halfway. Ride the horses as long as possible, then fly.
I mean, we can do that, but for starting journey anyway.
Let's go with the horses then. I miss odds.
Three for horses. Franz, I guess you want air.
I would like to fly.
All right, River wants air. Oh, god damn it! It leads on me to be a tiebreaker.
Well, not a tiebreaker.
I mean,
You
I'm
either
also
go-
here, as you
That's
see.
Okay, well, Dominic, what would you like to do?
To be quite honest, it would be faster if we did go through air, and actually, I could try something really new. How would you guys like to actually physically be air?
Eh?
What?
What?
How would you guys like to actually physically be air?
Tell me more.
Well, for 8 hours, and only 8 hours, we can be physically air and run as fast as possible. The only thing we can't do is physically attack things or interact with things.
Can we be attacked?
No.
Yo, so
Yo.
listen, you listed here with a combination of that and Longstrider. Yo.
It did not come across to me, and I was looking at his spell list, and I'm all like, oh, that's right!
Oh, that's right. I have spells.
So he is useful after all.
Are you able to cast when you're air, though?
Well, I mean, as long as you
No,
focus, you can drop the form.
I mean, I
No,
can
I
cast
think-
Longstrider now, and then we become air.
Question. Is it long strider for one or multiple people?
Let's see.
I can already answer this one. It's for multiple.
Ooh.
Yep. Depending on how many slots I use, it could be for multiple.
So long strider, all of us, and then we become clouds, and we just fly there.
Yep.
Per se.
Yep.
Cloud form.
It's not like anything will attack us if we're clouds.
Maybe smog.
I do actually like that idea. Why? Do you want to be a little fart? Is that why?
She already is.
Yes.
You little.
Casting a Longstrider on everyone.
All right.
Goodbye, 4th level slot.
Jeez, that's why you can be multiple people. Dude. Okay. You're gonna get there in like what, 10 minutes?
Oh, we get this for an hour.
Yeah,
No,
but,
I mean-
but
Alright.
the cloud
Yeah.
thing, you actually move legitimately really fast, so she's saying we're just gonna get there in like 10 minutes.
Zoomy.
All right, as you guys are having this,
My name is Barry Allen.
you guys are having this conversation. You guys see what is the what is Anko as he is coming down with his bags prepared. to leave. Is like, hey, so are we going?
To the tree, yes.
Wait,
Yes.
him?
We are. Did you think that you were coming with us?
Oh, I thought we were leaving.
Well, we're not going
not
back
yet.
to the plane. We're not going back to the plains yet. We're going to the tree first.
We're gonna return, just we have to check this tree out first.
Oh, I guess that's
We'll
fine.
come back. We'll come back.
You can wait another day or so.
As he stares off into space when he hears that. Yes.
What's another day? Looks at the tally marks on the wall.
I'll just think of it this way. Now you can like say a nice proper goodbye to your little kobold friends. Maybe you could throw a little goodbye party.
No, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. I've been here long
They seem
enough.
so friendly.
No, I've been here long enough, and I've said too many goodbyes. So, all right.
What's that mean?
Well, okay. I guess.
Well, just contemplate your life back into the material for another 24 hours or so.
All right. So as Dominic, as he surrounds and as you all begin to clasp hands, you all wind walk.
Oh, windwall.
Yep. Fuck yeah. So you guys have 300 feet at a flying speed of 300 feet. Now with Longstrider.
Double? That's Hold on, Longstrider, let me read it. Longstrider is... The target speed increases by 10 feet, so
Oh.
I guess only 30.
So
Uh,
oh yeah.
330 feet.
hold on. Let's see.
As you guys all become phasing and wispy people, you suddenly become cloud-like individuals as you are encumbered by air.
This feels weird.
I am a ghost.
I feel so young and spry.
As you guys are trying to say words, they don't leave your mouth.
I was just about to
Oh,
ask.
jeez. Okay.
Yeah. So
Canis,
You
I'm
see-
haunting you. Canis, I'm haunting you. Canis, I'm haunting you.
you see, Dominic point to Franz, as in like you lead the way.
I'm gonna try to
Alrighty.
use the rain of communication.
You try, and it's not in physical form for you to use.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
We're basically ethereal, so anything we have is useless unless we like want to get out of this.
We are gonna need to learn sign language.
I'm going to have Franz let the Everlight staff guide him. Because
We're supermaning this.
Alright. So, as you hold up this magical staff, what wouldn't usually be used as a tool, you feel the light at the end still ever present, as it now begins to pull and drag you towards the general direction, towards that large tree.
Oh, it's over.
So,
Just pointing at it.
you guys are now flying at at hundreds of miles an hour as you are going up and over, as you are looking down into the large canopies and the trees and the wild natures. And you also see that giant turtle as it is now making its round towards this towards one of the ends of the Beastlands, as it now begins to turn and make its move across what will be the Millennium Tree, as you guys are getting close. After about half a day's worth of travel, as this turtle is now halfway through, you guys find yourself close to what looks like to be a small water waterfall coming out as you guys go around this giant tree and you see the endless expanse of water. As you see this outflow of water, you also see down below with what looks like to be multiple trees of blooming fruit and exotic herbs and various other substances that just blows your mind as the wild nature, they all are infusing and crossing and blooming at the same time. Franz, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okie dokie. Woo! That is. Hold up. Come on, D&D Beyond, work with me. Work. Okay, here we go. That is 15, 19 overall.
19? Alright. So, as you try and call back to the same memory as before, to what you saw within your scrying, you notice one of the small alcoves, as it is blooming and ever growing and present. You see the flowing water as it goes out and down towards the side of this tree. It is a familiar vision.
Franz isn't going to say anything, but he's definitely going to go and start, I guess, flying/gliding faster towards that particular alcove.
Alright. As you basically bolt for it, you all following closely behind. As you guys finally come down, you guys make it into what looks like to be this small but rather still sizable for any creature, almost like a giant creature just living here. You hear what is the sound of creatures and crickets and the slight water as it is moving along.
Oh. Do I have an inkling of an idea of what this creature is?
It seems human in nature, the way that everything is formed and functioned around here. As you all land here, suddenly your bodies reform into physical form. As Dominic begins to look around and is like, I did not do this.
I was going to say, I thought we had the focus to turn back.
If that wasn't you, then it must have been whatever that creature is.
What would I roll? A history check or an arcana check to figure out and to piece anything together of this?
Make a religion check, since you guys are...
I don't have that, but here I go anyway.
Yeah, since you guys are kind of inspecting a god at this point.
That's an 8. I don't know.
Naturally, the homes of gods, if they so desire it, would not allow you to use magic within their presence.
That's all I'm good for.
It's kind of just what they do. As you
Son
guys
of a
begin
bitch.
to see out from behind with what looks like to be a section of this home, you see what looks like to be this large green-wreathed woman, her skin as dark as ground and earth itself, her hair long and emerald. Her eyes are like the ever-huing phase of a sunset upon the horizon of the sea. You see upon her is this beating crest, one that is familiar to all of you. It is the insignia of Melora. She looks towards all of you. I have been expecting some guests.
Hello.
as she now begins to look at all of you. She sees the Everlight. Curious. As she begins to approach all of you, she begins to shrink in form, becoming more to all of your size. She grabs with what looks like to be a staff that is settled on the wall, and she walks over. You guys see the ever-piercing sunset eyes. Welcome, guests. Franz. I am Melora, goddess of nature and sea.
The hell was that?
Bronze.
He's leaking.
Should we be concerned?
Wait, okay, we just look at her? Or
You guys
like other
all
calls, like, oh, we cannot see it.
You guys all see her.
Huh.
She's
She's
beautiful.
choosing to show herself to us.
She's beautiful without comparison, and you've only met one other goddess who is young and reborn and new. But this is a fully fledged, unparalleled creature that almost seems imposing, if not the temptation of prostrating yourselves before her. Now, I'm sure that many of you would want some guidance.
That would be beneficial. I whap Franz over the back of the head. Come on, shape up.
Come on, this is your time, man.
It's only a goddess. Come on.
Yeah, only a goddess.
It's not like we haven't met them before.
Yeah, but
And look
she's
at her.
pretty.
I was gonna say she's very pretty and she looks very nice. Go ahead.
I
I'm
understand.
sure
I would,
she
Appreciate the
is.
compliments.
I would believe she would find that as a compliment, Franz.
Just don't mention you people here.
I do believe it is a compliment, and I appreciate that.
Well, Goddess Melora, staff, miasma, help.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Do I have to cast comprehend language on you?
Possum friend, help.
What Franz is trying to say is, we got your staff, and he needs it awakened in order to help with the miasma that's going on in the material plane.
And to fight another being of dangerous intent.
You all speak of the nature that had happened recently. The one that scarred the very lands of Erzheimel itself. She rests the staff over her shoulder.
Yes.
I risk to inform you all that I have very little ability to assist in such a matter.
Quick question. Why?
Nature is ever changing. It adapts, pulls. Bad things happen. I've seen entire forests and species wiped off of the face of your planet, much to its detriment. There are benefits to that. The changes. If you wish to cure your lands, my Everlight was the key to that process. I cannot
Then am I
awaken
to
it. I cannot personally awaken the staff. That is a force only of yourself, Franz.
But I don't know how to do that. I don't even really know how to work the staff itself. It kind of does its own thing.
Hear it breathe. Hear it change. Where does it tell you to go?
It tells me to go home. Not sure why.
Then go home. You'll find your answers there.
As soon as she says that, Franz's eyes immediately go so wide and almost bloodshot that he's actually hyperventilating at the thought of that.
I remember you. I remember a time where the lands that you had once farmed away on became dried and dead. That home still stands and that land is still scarred. You should go home.
I understand. Thank you, Melora. He's going to basically bow to her, but basically on all fours, he's touching the ground.
If I may, ma'am.
She looks over to you, those eyes staring almost directly through your soul.
I don't understand how these things work. It appears that some of them need the touch of the god that they were designed for. And now you say that he needs to do something himself?
You are mistaken
Well,
with the concept of the touch of a god versus created by gods.
Helena holds out her bow. It appears mine was already awakened.
Maybe it was already within the hands of a great force before it became yours.
Would that persist through multiple owners?
Potentially.
There is something else. For the longest time, Franz, you've been on this quest for searching for a unicorn. How does that play into this picture?
Franz is going to get up, look over to Lionel, and in the most straightforward way, the unicorn is said to have very powerful magical attributes. In theory, as in certain stories, it has been told to restore land with just a simple touch of its horns or even walking amongst it. I had believed that if I were to have found this unicorn, maybe it could solve the miasma problem, but unfortunately, as you can tell, we have not come across one.
They are elusive creatures. They often speak the echoes of gods once during the time that this world was formed. They are far and few in between, but hopefully you might, one day, with my Everlight, be able to find one.
Okay, so Lionel just kind of just like smiles a bit at that. Well, at least it's comforting to know that the word of a god exclaims that they're not fairy tale and that they actually exist. So there's hope in that.
Indeed. But again, finding one's going to be a very difficult task, as even though I feel as though the Everlight will help, they, as Melora stated, are quite elusive creatures, so if they don't want to be found, then they are.
As such is the Philosopher's Stone for anyone who dabbles in alchemy, but nothing ventured, nothing gained in that front.
I'm so sorry that I cannot be of more assistance here. My power isn't in knowledge. It is with the earth, with nature and the sea itself.
I understand that this all means that you're neutral to what we do, but our actions in shaping this, does nature not see that our actions are a part of it, or do they see that as intervention?
It's more nuanced than that. Not every action has intervention, but not every action does not see the benefit of those actions.
Well, it's nice to know that we can walk firmly and take our actions with pride, knowing that we're not assaulting nature itself, rather than we're just doing what it tells us to do, in a way.
As she walks over to Franz, she grabs hold of your hands. When I decided to provide my champion this staff, the Everlight, it was so that way, whenever needed, those around them can be guided. It looks like that you have good friends and wonderful individuals that do need guidance. I will always be able to help you on your journey, and may my winds be able to push you in the right direction should you ask.
Thank you, Melora, for everything.
As she moves from your hands and she leaves one hand on your bushy cheek, you see the thumb begin to kind of move and wipe away a tear. Just remember to go home, okay?
I will. I promise. Well, I guess we're all going back to my home.
Where is that, by the way? There was the Emerald Enclave?
No. That's where I grew up with my master. My home is much further away.
And where would that be?
He's hesitant to speak because he really is not. He didn't have a good time back home, so he's a bit hesitant. But he he speaks again, and he says, well, you all remember where we traveled to with Nerm as we were in the back of his caravan. It's actually quite on the outskirts away from the Emerald Enclave. It's pretty secluded, mostly because it was the best place to grow crops. So if we needed to go and make any trades, my father and mother would travel a day's away to sell our goods, but things changed. I'm sure my land is still there.
Well,
So we need to make our way to the Emerald Enclave then.
that's what it sounds like.
So we need to check up on
You
the
guys
leader there
see,
who has been so silent.
you guys see with what looks like as what enters the cave a small raven as it comes over and it perches on the staff of Melora.
Oh, God damn it.
She begins to listen almost as if it's speaking but not words that can be heard. As it flies away.
Friend of yours?
Matters must be tended. Well then, as it was a delight to see creatures that I respect so greatly. Especially ones that see nature as not just only as a force, but also as something that is a part of all of us. I thank you all.
Franz doesn't say anything, but he does pull off a leaf from his attire and puts it in the air for Melora to possibly grab if she wants it. His hand is shaking, by the way, quite badly.
She grabs hold of it.
Shaking like a leaf.
Mm-hmm.
She grabs hold of it and she puts it next to her staff, and it, like a little vine, begins to kind of wrap around it and then settle. Thank you, Franz. Now, I must be going. As she begins to step out towards the cave mouth, she basically falls forward, and you all begin to see with what looks like moving ground and earth like a titan growing. She begins to step out into the ocean as she persists onward into the boundless sea and the perpetual setting sun.
If we look outside this cave, where are we from the kobold village?
It is around the other side of this tree, but it would take you about a half a day's trip back.
Okay.
Even with the cloud walk?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can you
like, can we do it again?
Technically, no. And by the way, I'm pissing myself right now. I never thought I'd be able to meet a god. And I'm pissing myself right now.
That's a good story,
Hey,
right?
thank you thank you for sharing with us, Dominic. I appreciate
It's
that.
gonna pat him on the shoulder. It's kind of become commonplace with us. Sorry about that.
Well then, unfortunately, I'm going to need to sleep. Like, really bad. Because I
just
can't...
woke up.
I can't do it again until after...
This place is secluded enough, then I don't see why we can't just stay here until that recharges.
But we
You can
just
also do some
woke up.
laundry as we wait.
Good.
Or we could do as Franz requested and fly.
You know what? That actually sounds rather tempting right now. We probably shouldn't wait around to get out of here. Any distance is the best case scenario. Yes.
Speaking
once
of
we
flight,
once we pick up our realm displaced ally and go back to the material plane, then our work here is done.
did you guys ask him about the sword?
We did. He doesn't remember. His brain is too addled.
And perhaps having some time on the material plane will help jog his memory.
Perhaps.
That's another person moving in, isn't it?
We need
know-
to stop bringing homeless people to your house.
Yes.
It may be. Well, you don't say no. Whose fault is that?
It's true, Canis. I have a home. I hold up the rock.
I'm not here. I'm not here in a. I'm not here in a denial, there, darling.
Can't
But
you
to be
find it
fair-
in the kindness of your heart?
But to be fair, Helena, I look over and I stand beside Canis. I have to take his stand on this. You of all of us would not respect that and just find a way back inside.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
What? Do you think I'm going to deny myself a nice, comfy, feathered bed? Absolutely not. You can't keep me out. But the rest of you,
You'd be surprised
Or-
what I can.
and you'd be surprised what I can do, she says with a wink.
As in tying him down to a bed.
We
Exactly.
need to get a room.
I have
Alright,
a
this
room.
is fun and all, but should we be leaving or are we staying?
We
What
should
do
be
we-
leaving.
Well, that was on Franz. I looked to him. Like, are you okay there? Are you alive? Is he breathing?
Friends?
Or
is he posting face on the ground?
You definitely see Franz kind of face planted, planking on the ground,
Oh
trying
god.
to comprehend what the hell is happening.
How long has he been there like that?
Are you okay? Do you have brain damage?
I'll slap
You
him.
you slap him, and all you hear is a.
It's worse than I thought.
That might mean perhaps we should just stay here for the night.
Then
He
we
fell
just woke up.
Well, look, I know.
River. River. I put both my grimy little possum hands on her shoulders. River, we're in another realm. Time is meaningless.
Time is meaningless, yes, but we just woke up like 5 minutes ago. Well, like technically an hour.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of extra sleep.
I'm pretty sure it was
Extra
actually a half a day, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can benefit from 2 long rests at the same time, but you know, just saying. We just need to get friends back in action. Just let me slap him a little bit more.
No.
No.
Going to pick her up by the collar and just hold her at arm's length.
You know, it's fair. I could kill him. I could technically kill him with just my modifier.
With how many doors you've broken, yes.
Also, we do have to, you know, Lionel just like puts his hands up, just like, you know, credit where credit is due. Dominic was here to get some research done. Observing the local fauna and flora in this small alcove might actually do him some good while we wait.
You also got
He
to meet a
did.
god. What kind of research have you got there?
Indeed. So he did get us here. So his research could at least be done. It's quite. I believe it's quite fair for the time.
I kind of want to see what it's like inside the house of a god.
And
He
I'm
wants
sure
to
she's
see
going
what
to
it
rob
looks
you
like in
snooping
the House of
around.
God.
Also, I'm not the only one who crossed the mine of Draven Queen, right? Right.
You weren't the only
you're not-
one.
No, you're not alone.
What the hell's happening?
You know what?
Speak-
I'm linking arms with Dominic. Let's go fucking write notes.
Oh, absolutely. As he pretty much like puts you on his shoulder, is like, we're gonna have so much fun.
Hell yeah.
Wizard business. As the two wizards run off into the house of Melora.
When she's not here.
I'm also going to keep him from taking anything.
Oh no, he's just like always constantly adjusting his glasses and writing notes and like trying to like get the entire scape, and he's just like trying to paint the perfect picture in words.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else you guys want to do while you're here?
I'll stop front again.
You slapped Franz, and instead of...
No, I'm actually trying to do damage this time.
No, Canis is keeping you away from him. He picked you up and
Oh.
is carrying you around.
Oh, you want to try to keep me out? Come on, give me that athletics check or something.
So, Franz, what are you gonna do?
Franz pops into a wild shape of an armadillo and just starts rolling away.
Oh dear.
Well, there we go. I suppose it wouldn't
worries.
hurt to have some extra time to clear our heads. And give us room to breathe.
But I don't know if we should really go up a lot. I'm just gonna follow him just to make sure that he's fine.
He's rolling away into a little shrubby area.
Alright. So, as you guys find rest and placement here within the immediate home of Melora, that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's game of D6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, the reason why I try to fit in the Melora section here is mainly because I know, Terrence, you're not going to be here next week. I didn't want to cheat you out of that. Yeah, I didn't want to cheat you out of that, so just wanted to be
I
sure.
appreciate and love you for that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right, so yeah. By the way, Kaylin, did you get did you read?
Oh yeah. I got
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let me pull it back up. Okay, so here's Helena's brand new toy. The silver longbow echoes the phases of the moon, forged using pieces of the moon itself. Shehanin, the goddess of the moon, and revered by elves with no master or god to give them a path, this bow once was given to an assassin that slew the dark forces of the night to keep the peace when no one was awake to defend themselves. Its form looks like two flowing elves and the goddess's sigil etched into the riser and rest. It glows in the night and seeks the evil that hides within it. This item must be attuned, +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls. With this magic weapon, during your action you can use one of the effects of the bow. You can only use each of these effects once per short rest. Force Arrow. You can create an arrow that has a heavy disposition. On the hit, the target takes an extra 2d8 force damage, and the target must make a strength saving throw, or be knocked prone. Shining Arrow. You fire an arrow into the sky and it rains down arrows in a 20-foot wide wall. All targets must make a wisdom saving throw, or take 2d8 piercing and 2d8 radiant damage. On a fail, they are considered blinded for the next round. On a success, they take half the damage and are not blinded. Perfect Shot. You find the absolute weakest point of the target and fire. On a hit, they take an extra 3d8 piercing damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail, they have disadvantage on their attacks. They may, at the end of their turn, try and remove the arrow, to which, if they succeed, they no longer have disadvantage.
It's almost on me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy a beautiful awakened toy.
I am excited for my toy.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead, call it here tonight. It's like I was so excited, like making this one. This was like such a cool little item, and I can't wait for everyone to get some their awakened stuff. All right. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and We'll be back next week. More episodes, and as always, if you want to go ahead and check out any of the previous episodes, do not forget to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, see you next Sunday, everyone. Have a good night.
Next on there.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Bye.